What's up, folks? How's everybody doing? All right, so we've already been getting into it today, training, wearing the armor of God. I don't really know what I want to talk about today. I just know that I want to try to go hard and continue to work hard. It seems like it's paying off. It seems like it's just like I'm on the brink of getting there. And like I said, I just try to stay in my own lane. You know what I mean? I try to do what I need to do. I try to focus on me. Um, it's just crazy because it's a much different mentality, you know what I mean, than what they encourage and what they want to teach you. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like with the music, how they want all y'all to talk about making it rain with money, and you know what I mean? They don't teach you how to save or invest or anything. By the way, number one thing, shout out to the dude from Houston, H Town. Thank you. He donated $5. I appreciate it. He kept his word, so that was nice of him. He didn't have to do any of that, you know, so I appreciate you. Um, like I said, man, we still need a lot more support. You know what I mean? We got to get people where they donate 20, 50, $100. I mean, it's just realistic. That's what it is. You know what I mean? And I'm never going to settle. You know, I'm going to always push to get paid what I deserve, get compensated, even from the public, man. You know what I mean? I'm an entertainer. I do this for real. I work very hard at it. I put everything. I mean, I devoted everything to doing this, and I mean, it's working. That's all I can say. It's working. Like I said, I'm trying to see who in here. So we're gonna have the chat closed every time. You already know what's good. You already know about this. So like I said, um, probably just do some working out today. Like I said, I'm gonna be having like live workout training sessions. That's way y'all can see me and see what I'm doing. Um, I do switch it up. I vary it up. I do some variations of different exercises and different stuff. But generally speaking, yeah, I kind of keep the same, you know, itinerary and same program because it works. It's the same thing. Like if I go in a gym, I know I can do different muscles on different days, or I can do pretty much everything in one day. I mean, like I have set workouts that I do because they get results and they work. If what you're doing is working, why would you switch it up? You know? And I guess I'll talk about that a little bit today, kind of the misconceptions of the public and, you know, just the fact that y'all are misinformed, that y'all spread misinformation on the regular, and that what what you all are teaching is not right. If it was right, I mean, I just set my 21st world record today. I did 190 inertia pull-ups, right, which is my training I'm creating and dubbing and coining called inertia training, right? That's just what I call it, right? You could call it kind of like static training too, right? But I like inertia because it's a little bit more, you know, sounds nice, you know. So, I mean, at the end of the day, right, I listen to stuff that I heard from Mike Menser. Um, you know, I listen to everybody's theories, even Arnold Schwarzenegger a little bit, who I don't really admire or look up to at all. I mean, I don't feel like he was ever impressive. I feel like it's pretty obvious what he was on and what he was using and doing, and that's it. Kind of like Cali Muscle. I mean, just a bunch of flops that failed and don't know what they're doing, and didn't have enough belief in themselves to do it naturally, like me. You see what I'm saying? So number one thing is, if you can't do it naturally and you can't do it yourself, you don't believe in yourself. It's just that simple. You know, this is why Cali Muscle looks like a shriveled up prune now at this point. Um, and it just is what it is. I mean, you can't do that to your body. You can't treat yourself that way. You can't do that, period. Or it just shows it's a cop out. That's the thing. So many people sold their soul in so many different ways, different things, different moves, different actions are a different form of selling your soul. But yeah, like I said, I did 190 inertia pull-ups right here today, right? Just like I walked Cali Muscle to my Porsche, right? So that's my whole point. Like, I'm just the real deal. Everything I say, I stand on. Everything I'm saying is a fact. Like, if you don't believe in yourself, all y'all want to hide behind these TV screens. Like I said, anybody welcome to come see me. Anybody at all. You know what I mean? I stand on what I say. You know, I'm not here to argue. I'm not here for no nonsense, but I'm here to talk. And I'm here to make my point very clear. These are the same things I already told everybody right in front of them. You know what I mean? I told Kelly Muscle what it is. He was sitting there talking about, oh, Hollywood's been good to me. I told him how I feel about Hollywood, and that's when things went left. Or, you know, on my part, when he started talking about Hollywood been good to me, okay, you a Hollywood dude. All right. Well, you do your thing, brother, whatever the hell that means. I mean, it's all, you know, that whole system is demonic. I mean, it's against my creator. It's against me. I mean, anything that, you know, is of God has to do with me. I'm God's son. So, I mean, you know, it is what it is. But, you know, that's my only thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm truly appreciative for everything. I'm appreciative for every penny I get. But at the same time, you know, I'm not going to be breadcrumbs. I'm not going to have people act like I deserve a couple of bucks when I don't. I deserve to get my money. I deserve to get paid and compensated right. I deserve to be getting big bucks of donations. And it's just that simple, you know? So, I mean, it's not like a difficult concept, you know what I mean? And I'm just saying, I mean, for me personally, it just could never make sense to me. Honestly, it couldn't. Like I've worked my entire life, like since I was 16. Yeah, you know, and this is just reality. It's not a perspective, it's not an opinion, but that's the thing with me is I don't sugarcoat nothing and I tell it how it is. With me, every time that I worked, like if they let me work any normal job down here, which they don't, right? Because things aren't fair and they never have been, and we don't expect them to be. And that's what made me and created me. And I have a beautiful career now doing what I love. So it ends up working out as a blessing anyway, right? Let me see. 12 folks, they say. Okay, that's all right. You know, so I mean, my whole point is anytime I was working a job, it you know, it don't make sense to me. I mean, you know, $5, and again, I am grateful. Don't get it wrong, but $5 ain't nothing. You know, I mean, that's nothing. I mean, you know, like real support. You know, people who really support you, they gonna at least, you know, like come out they pocket with at least like $20, at least. I mean, you know what I mean? I'm just saying every time I worked, I made enough money where at any job where, you know, to slide somebody $20, that's a realistic perspective. You know, so that's all I'm saying is, you know, nobody's showing me anything donating $5. I mean, I can go stand on the side of the road and go ask for money and get $5 pretty quick. Seriously. I mean, $5 is nothing. So I'm just saying I want to get people in the right mentality. I don't care how people feel, what they think. I want to get people in the right mentality of donating more, of being more supportive. It's just like y'all will be so quick. But like if Jay-Z came down here and did a concert and he can't even rap, he has zero talent. And I mean, he's short. He's like short, squatty. He's got no talent. He tried to copy Big L. He couldn't even pull that off right. He messed up the whole football thing, and he was just a puppet for all that. I mean, he can't even comb his hair right or get a normal haircut and look halfway approachable or halfway decent or halfway respectable. But if he came down here to do a concert, and this is the problem with this society and dichotomy, is y'all are very one-sided and it's completely unfair. And like I said, we're just surrounded by folks who, I mean, want to act like they run society, but they don't run anything. So if Jay-Z came down here and did a concert and said, yo, buy my album, all these people, I can guarantee you without beyond a shadow of a doubt, they would support him. Why? Why do y'all support evil? Why do you support the system? Why would you support the people who sold out you and your communities? That's why, if y'all don't understand why, like a lot of folks say they feel whatever way, but nobody will say anything, I mean, that's fine. I mean, there's nothing to argue about. Like, you're entitled to your opinion, you're entitled to feel how you feel. You know, I'm not worried about that, but it's just like, I'm going to say the truth. If Jay-Z came down here and did a concert and he said, buy my album, they would buy his album down here. But I'm now down here, and I'm a much bigger deal than Jay-Z. I mean, I'm also 6'2", about 165 pounds, Tupac weight, represent everything Tupac was about. And I'm a real rapper who makes music that way better. Jay-Z could never come close to me musically. I mean, I make symphonies in 5 minutes. I'm way more talented. I'm the only artist that ever went worldwide independently in the history of all time in existence. So I outdid Jay-Z a long time ago. Seriously, I also sold like millions of physical copies of CDs back in the day. Okay, that's all I used to do. Even out here, I used to go to the island and sell CDs. I sold CDs in Austin. I used to get $20 for every copy of a CD. That's what I'm saying. Like, folks, I'm gonna tell you the truth. Folks is lowballing me. It's not an opinion. It's the truth. Like, y'all is lowballing me. You know, just like on 6th Street, they wanted to, try to. It's all about this fake stuff, and I don't care about that. Folks who positive, they don't got time for that. I mean, look at what they tried to do to me on 6th Street and all that. That ended up helping me. That ended up promoting me. People saw when I went on social media and told them all, hey, yo, come see me. And if you got anything to say, like, what's up? I had just gotten out of jail, like, come holla, because I'm just not the one for the games. All that stuff made me who I am. You see what I'm saying? Like, I have this career because of people who jealous and envious of me. I do what I love to do because people shut every door on me and didn't give me any opportunity or ability to even survive or do anything, especially down here. So, I'm not from here. I'm not planning to just stay here. I mean, I have everything set up like my headquarters basically, but I'm going to be branching out again, like I always do. I've traveled my entire life, lived all over the United States, and I'm just saying, to throw somebody $20 is nothing. That's too much. That's not too much to ask for. If y'all are working, if you can't even donate $20, I'm sorry, but that's crazy to me. Like, I'll take it. I'll take whatever. I'll take pennies, like 50 cents said. But I'm just saying it's not realistic, and you're not doing me a favor. You see what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying. I'm just saying this is just applies to everybody. I mean, that's just common sense. So my whole deal is I don't care about what people's mentality is. I have mine, and that's reality. It's just like, everywhere I go, like, I came up in a whole lot of beef, bro. I had a million issues, you know what I mean? And I won every single time against whoever, and I'm direct, so my deal is just like, I don't know, man. I think people should get their weight up, not their hate up. Personally, that's what I think. I think that people try to put you in an aura that you're not in, just like out here. They see me working out, they see me training, right? And it's all good. Like, it's probably all love with some people, and it may just be that they having hard times and they can't afford it. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, like, just energy that's there with different folks. You know what I'm saying? That comes out at different times. I'm trying to get my shoe right. So, that's my thing. They see me working out, they see me. It's just like when folks, sit there and say silly things and waste my time and, want to have little small talk, fake conversations. Like, bro, I mean, I can be funny, but I ain't no comedian. I mean, I'm a very serious dude. What I do is very serious. I run this whole project. I mean, I run my own companies. I run the organization. Like, I'm the boss. I run the streets. I'm a leader. People follow me. So it's like, how do I put it? It's just like I'm saying. People will try to put you in an aura that you're not. I cannot get this shoe right. It's just crazy. From all the rain. Yeah, they'll try to put you in an aura that doesn't exist. Do you see what I'm saying? So I'm just saying that's the mentality they have. Like, oh, okay, he asking for something, so he don't got nothing. Quite the contrary, homie. I own billions in equity, a mansion, estate, mansion and estate, over 2,000 of jewelry, my own car lot I pay over $100 for every month. This is what wealth means. That's what being wealthy is. As of right now, a website worth almost $2,000. Right, 530 on my wrist, got you pissed. Right, mineral rights, oil royalties. Like, I'm in the middle of a stock settlement lawsuit for over 70,000 shares of a stock called App Harvest. I mean, can't be serious, bro. I worked the past 4 or 5 years. I've been working my entire life. I worked since I was 16. I mean, I've got everything to show for it. I paid cash for everything. It is what it is. I have everything set up correctly. I protect my assets. All I do is make money and ball out of control and work hard. I came on here, devoted my time. I spent money trying to do all this, being Batman. I spent a lot of money being Batman. Expended a lot of resources. A lot of my stuff is going to get fixed later. The bicycles, the bat cycle, like that I put $1,300 into. I fixed it like 2 or 3 times. Like, that's all I'm saying. I'm just saying that folks can't be serious. Like, you cannot be serious. You're talking to Batman, like the real thing, And I do appreciate the love and support, but I'm just saying, I just really wish that people would be a little more selfless, which I do lead by example and be a little more selfless and try to really support, because I'm Batman. Being Batman is not an easy job. It's not an easy thing. I'm not out here every day just asking anybody for anything, nor have I ever. I'm not out here just wasting time. I'm not out here, how do you put it? Like, every day is not just me getting by. It never has been. I don't know what you folks tell yourself or what you think, but it just seems like a lot of folks in the public are completely out of touch with reality. Every day for me is that I run this whole project. I run the streets. I have a lot of power. I get a lot done. I study criminals. I study human behavior. I stand up to corruption for a living. I do all this stuff for a living. So I'm just saying, like, people can have a lot more respect, number one. Number two, people, like I said, if I'm Batman and I'm expending all these resources, I mean, I've gone through thousands and thousands of dollars, accomplishing what I've accomplished. Wouldn't you create a budget for that person? Like, that's the thing. Nobody did anything for me. Nobody did anything for us. Folks just wanted to sit there, and that's the thing, especially down here. They want to enjoy and act like things are entertainment that aren't, and they want to enjoy and be a part of something, but they're not a part of it. And then they want to be cheap about it and not donate or contribute any real money or a dime to what it is. Like, what I mean? That's the thing that I don't like down here too. Like, they'll honk all day, but when it comes to actually showing some real support, oh, no, they can't do that. All of them act like, oh, we're all struggling and we got no money. Come on, bro. I understand there ain't no money down here, but y'all are not struggling, bro. Like, straight up, bro. None of you are struggling. Y'all don't know the meaning of struggle. You talk to me about struggling when you go through what I've been through, and it's on this channel, like a lot of it. You talk to me about struggle, like I got left in Kentucky and had to find my way back here. All of my own accord. I was just there. You know what I mean? I mean, you talk to me about struggle when you wake up every day and have everyone trying to stop you from succeeding. You talk and still win. You talk to me about struggle when you have no support system and do everything by yourself every single day. That's the thing that I can't stand or deal with is, lazy individuals, people who lie, and, hypocritical stuff. And then furthermore, when people just make up and act like they can relate to you, or like, yeah, I understand. Like, oh yeah, that's my story too. Like, my story's not none of your stories. I did this by myself completely. Not a single one of you, nor any person on this planet has ever done it all by themselves ever, nor should anyone have to. So, and like I said, they just continue to leave it the same way. That's my issue. See, y'all's jobs, if you were people of God, which you claim, and this is the actual truth, if you were people of God or God's people and you believed in God, donating a couple bucks means nothing. People who are people of God are going to change somebody's situation. You give a man a fish, he eats for a day. You teach a man how to fish, he eats forever. See what I'm saying? Bro, I used to take homeless individuals. I'd give them food, shelter, and clothing. I put them up in hotels for 2 weeks. It ain't nothing. They like, thanks, I can't believe that. It ain't nothing. Don't worry about it. Feel me? Used to give them everything, food, clothing, shelter. I'm talking the best of the best, everything, bro. I took care of kids that weren't mine, and we would go to Slitterbahn every day. I gave people everything I ever had. I paid grown men's light bills that I barely knew and just met. You got your light bill? Here you go. I'll pay it. It ain't nothing. It ain't nothing. See what I'm saying? Like, people were calling me Daddy Warbucks. You walk up to me, I need money. Cool, here's $1,000. This is actual facts, not this fake talk on here. So, I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? That's what I don't understand. These people don't get it. I had the option to have limitless money for the rest of my life, and I'm glad I didn't take that option. I just think people are funny. See, I made the right decision in everything in my life. That's why God loved me, because I do things like that, because he knows I don't care about money. I could have had limitless money for the rest of my life. Money doesn't help people. It truly doesn't. It doesn't. I mean, you can change things, change situations. It helps to get things done, but it's not about money. Life is not about money, and money is not the real thing that's going to help someone. What's going to help someone is God, and that's the truth. What's going to help someone is love. What's going to help someone is the truth. And that was the thing, is that when you have money, what they want you to do is be a part of this system and basically, go against everyone in your own community. That's why they pull them out of the communities and the hoods like Lil Wayne and give them these fake record deals, which are 360 deals anyway. They're modern day slavery. And then they pull them out and then they use them against their own community. And that's what they have to do. They take the Baphomet oath, right? They sell their soul to the devil, and they have to go against their own communities so that they can continue to barely get by, like Drake. They have to literally make satanic sacrifices, yes. And if you study through the lineage, like with the Rockefellers, Rothschilds, they all had some crazy stuff happen, right? Concerning one of the family members. And that's how it works. That's the way that your corporate structure works as well. So when you have somebody who's as knowledgeable as I am and a genius and this smart, and I'm way too smart for my own good, it's just like, I can understand why people couldn't handle me or deal with me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying, I think that the whole world 100% owes me. I think y'all owed me for a long time, and I think to try to act like you don't is crazy. You know what I mean? Like, y'all owe me actual money. I got tons of people owe me thousands of dollars out here, bro. I'm owed millions, bro, from people, actual tangible money that I gave folks or whatever, and I could care less. I don't expect nothing back. When I help people to help them, right? But my whole point is just like, how do I put it? That's my thing. I've been surrounded by petty people, and I've never been petty. Y'all want to be petty. Y'all want to do things petty. The petty mentality will never succeed. The folks that like, oh, I'm going to pay rent for $300 and you got to count every little dime, and, oh, I need this when I need it, and, oh, it's going to be that way. Remember that when they tried to tell me, oh, well, that's just how it's going to be. Well, we found out real quick how it's going to be because nobody talks to me like that. You see what I'm saying? We found out real quick how it's going to be because I'm the one who make the decisions. I'm a grown man. That's common sense. We find out real quick how it's going to be because I'm always take care of myself. I didn't ask for your opinion. Why would you volunteer it? It's just like I said, like, people are convenient. They want to move on me and move in different ways. You know what I mean? Like that stuff they just did recently, it was clear what the intention was. They wasn't trying to be cool. They was trying to look for an excuse, right? And God protects me. I'm divinely protected, man. That was all arranged, bro. That was 100%. They can lie all they want. That was 100% another setup. So you could see that this system, they don't like us. They don't rooting for us. This system don't support me. They want to honk. What does that have to do with anything? How you going to support someone, but then you looking for an excuse to basically try to stop what I'm doing and shut me down, right? That's the reality, right? Like asking invasive questions. They all do the same thing. Like you could talk up a storm. I'm just not talking to y'all at all about nothing now. Nobody. You know what I mean? It's like you know what I mean? Like I mean, I wouldn't even speak because it's just pointless. And they did the same thing with Jesus. They tried to trap him in his own words. Jesus' quote is talking about this. You know, so this is what folks do. Hold on, I gotta fix my shield. This is what folks do when you're the truth. You know? I listen to every key word that people tell me, man. I hear people, I say hi to folks, they talking about, I don't know what it was, talking about getting the evil out of them. Like, okay, that tell me everything I need to know then. You see what I'm saying? See, I be listening when y'all talk. You feel me? That might be why I get a weird vibe. Yeah, like that's my thing. That might be why every time somebody talks, I'm like, what is you on? What you talking about? Like, I can already peep game and see what it is. So my whole deal is, man, like there's no friends in this world. My friend is Christina and I got God, right? But my whole point is, you got fake, life coaches on YouTube. You got fake self-defense teachers. You got fake false prophets all over the place. You got fake rappers. You got fake everything. But when somebody real, they real because they just come out right in front of you like I do, like out here, and they just tell it how it is. You know what I mean? I heard Mr. Wofford Yeah, check this out. I heard Mr. Wofford say he want to speak at a jail. We got to like there. Yeah, like, subscribe, share. Right. I never say that, but we'll say it today. Right. They all do. Right. Yeah. Mr. Wofford said he want to speak at a jail or prison. For real. You have fun with that, brother. How in the hell? Why would they want you to go speak to them? These people are hilarious, bro. That's what they do. I noticed they fail at everything, and they failing, and they in a state of lack and have a lack mindset, a poverty mindset, poverty stricken, have not built a future, have not built a business, have not succeeded, have not become a role model, have not done nothing. But you want the power of a king without working and doing the work and putting in the work that I did that it takes to become a king. Haystack said a great thing. Haystack said, you got to work every job. You got to be a janitor. I've been a janitor. I took his advice. Real talk. I listened to God. I did all the small jobs, worked my way up. I used to run paint machines for wood, huge planks of wood, pick up wood like the transporter every day. It was a workout while I was working, and then I'd work out when I can. Sold a 50-acre property for 100 racks. It ain't nothing. Had bank accounts with over $300,000 in it. It ain't nothing. Made millions every year consecutively my entire life. It ain't nothing. What? I make money. Money gets materialized through my mind. I never have to worry about money ever, nor will I ever in my life worry about money. Money is an easy concept. If you don't understand that, I give up. I use my gift of gab. We turn words into money over here. Okay, this is real what I'm teaching. You can either catch on or get left behind. You people choose. Look at all the people who go against me. I got a long list of folks that went against me. They all lost horrifically. You ain't figured it out by now? I am the money duke. That's the difference between us, that y'all petty and y'all chase money, and I chase God. Y'all chase comfort, I chase discomfort. We'll never be the same. We ain't never been the same. Y'all don't have this gift. You don't got the juice, like Tupac said, but I do. See, I can get on here and just talk. I can talk to someone and ask them for something. Sometimes, half the time, I don't even have to ask. I use body language without even thinking about it, and folks will help me, give me something. That's a skill. That's hustling, not just begging like the Waffles. That's not a skill. That's doing what you're not supposed to do. I mean, it's okay. Don't get me. It's okay to ask. It's okay to beg. Whatever. If you need something, ain't nothing wrong with that. So I'm not going to say that you shouldn't do that, but I'm saying you can't turn around and then glorify that like you worked for something. You can't sit there and say, "Oh, I fly a sign, and now I got this money and I purchased this, and now all of a sudden I'm everything." Like, I don't know what dude is on or what he's talking about. You think a prisoner of jail gonna want you to go talk there? You haven't succeeded. You're not a role model. You have to do this. This takes years, brother. See, that's what they want. They want instant gratification because they don't know anything about anything because they have no experience. You want to talk about prisons and jails? You know who they would want to go talk to them there? Me. I'm the perfect guy to go talk to them because I could teach them the right mentality and teach them, fix your life, man, fix yourself, work on yourself, get out of here. And life is too short, man, because that's the thing. It's not the people who, quote unquote, made it, because making it doesn't exist. It's the people who got smart and woke up. It's the people who going through their own journey that can help you and heal you while they're healing. It's the people who are actually living it who can help you and assist you because they have the experience through the life experience they have. See my point? If your teacher or whatever they're teaching you hasn't gone through nothing and, they're a coward and they're scary and they're scared of everything and everyone, how are they going to teach you anything? And that's my point. You have folks every day. Like when people say, I don't judge a book by its cover, I immediately take offense. What the hell does that mean, homeboy? You don't judge a book by its cover. I mean, do you see what you're looking at? Because what I see every day is the best looking dude that God ever created. I see the dude that looks like what I am, the self-made trillionaire. I look like money. I look exactly like what I am. Like I said, down here they have a jaded viewpoint. We all know how the valley get down. Who cares? Like, it's all delusion. None of it exists, right? That's just them with a chip on their shoulder, right? Because all this past stuff that happened, right? So that's nonsense, right? So at the end of the day, I'm a good-looking, handsome white man who's successful, and I look like what I am and talk like what I am. I smell like what I am. I look and feel and smell like a boss. You feel me? And this is my world, and it always has been. Why would I care what, the Valley has to say? Why would I care what a couple of people have to say who clearly see things unfairly, no matter what? Everything they see is in different categories. I don't care how you see things. That's the thing people don't get. This generation, you think your opinion matters. Y'all think it matters and people care. Oh, you see things a certain way. I don't care how you see things. Like these folks online, they talk to themselves every day. They still talking to themselves. But while you talking to yourselves, I proved my point. You can't say anything to me. You can't talk back. Nothing. My points are proven. They're finite. They're right there. And you have to deal with them. I ain't never lost a debate. Better act right. Better get it right. So like I said, no, it's very clear what your intentions are. It's clear what you're trying to do. It's clear the games that you're trying to play. And I don't play like that. Nor would anyone. So again, the facts are all there. People can talk all they want. They can try to do this and do that and cause this. But at the end of the day, you're in your feelings and I'm straight business. At the end of the day, I'm not going to allow you to distract me because I'm out here getting my bread winning. My points have been proven. I proved my point every time I came on here. Are you serious? My points were proven light years ago. I could walk away from this anytime I want. And every point I've ever said was proven. We got people just trying to talk like a teleprompter. They can't even speak without committing a crime. How does that make sense? Your agenda is clear as day. You just don't have an answer for me, right? And you're trying your best to stop me because you're all agents of the devil, and you can't because I'm God's son. You could do whatever you want. You can throw whatever you want. You can say whatever you want. It ain't going to matter. See, what folks don't get, everybody think the world revolves around them. All y'all selfish on your own thing. You can't get over yourself for real. It's sickening, you know what I mean? So y'all be thinking that I'm just dealing with you. Brother, for somebody who sent me $5, I can get 2,200, 8,000 people to send me 20. Anytime I want. That's what folks don't get. I'm a genius. I know how to move. I know how to make money. That's the one thing I know how to do. I know how to build. Money doesn't make me. That's the part I keep trying to explain to y'all, and y'all don't want to listen or learn anything. Just like with the pull-ups, set my 21st world record today right here. These are all completely legit. They're all right on the channel, camera proof. I don't care about people that feel that they don't have to acknowledge reality. It's not a choice. You have to. I just did it right here in front of you. There's no question, no qualm. My technique is perfect. My form is perfect. The way that I do it is perfect. This is what I teach. So again, you get stronger, you get better results doing my training, proven in front of you, than in any gym. But still, do you see these people thinking or using their mind? They're still throwing away hundreds and thousands of dollars on gym trainers in these gyms here and elsewhere because they can't get over themselves and their fake ego, because people will dismiss what's right in front of them and the knowledge. They don't want to make it. They, like every basketball coach I've had, you don't want to win. You don't want this team to win. You want to politic and favor who you want. Y'all want to kiss up to yourselves. That's what the Valley do. Then they wonder why people feel the way they do about them, because y'all have no empathy in the way that you treat people. We told you this a million times. I'm not from here. So again, that's the thing I'm saying, real people in a real supportive environment, it's not hard to get money for funding for something. You see here, we can't even get $5. They act like they did you a favor. That's crazy. And it's not me, it's y'all. That's lunacy. What? I go to Vermont or Massachusetts, I guarantee you they're not going to sit there talking about $5 is a favor. You showed me something. Like, I'm just saying reality. Sorry, but what? Yes, I'm Batman. I protect you. I do my job. I do all this stuff by myself. What are you talking about? I don't care who feel what way, because all y'all ain't making no sense at any point. Like I said, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for everything I'm getting. I'm grateful for any support. Eternally grateful. Seriously. And it all helps a little bit. But I'm just saying, when I'm sitting here, right, and I'm doing what I'm doing, right, I've spent thousands upon thousands of dollars being Batman. I've expended resources. I got a bunch of stuff that I need to get fixed later when I get the money together. God is going to provide the budget. I'm not worried about that. What I'm concerned about and worried about is getting y'all's mind right on here and explaining to you reality. That's all I care about right now. What I'm concerned about is why you all are talking if you're not making any coherent sense. What I'm concerned about is when you donate, why is it out of the question for y'all to send over $100 when you see that I'm doing something you could never do? And that's really y'all's issue. This costs money. It costs millions of dollars. They said Batman was a billionaire. Right. I was the only self-made trillionaire and still am in equity. So I would be a billionaire, past a billionaire. As of right now in front of you, I am a billionaire, trillionaire actually, in equity. Literally. I own buildings. So worth billions of dollars each, and I have millions of them. So when you sit here and y'all say what you say, it doesn't make sense. You can't have your cake and eat it too. No, I was set up and targeted, right? They tried to take half of everything I own. I had to spend my money, right? So y'all did all this illegal, corrupt stuff. It's been explained. We've been over it a million times, right? You did everything else you did when you made your phone calls to Seton Hospital. They've done everything they can to try to stop me. You can't then turn around and say, oh, you're not who you are. Oh, yes, I am. And I've made every right decision, and y'all are not going to speak on what I went through when you don't know what you're talking about. You're not going to talk on me at all, actually. It's not even about getting your facts straight. We're not tolerating that at all now. You don't speak my name, period. Who told you you could do that? See, I expected people, if they was going to say my name, to pull up and then talk to me in person since you speak in my name, something folks don't do. Since folks don't want to do that, right, then just don't say my name. And that's the new rules now for from here on out. Feel me? Nobody. I don't care who you are. So, like I said, if you do speak my name, I'm going to address you. On here, in front of you, whatever. I don't care. So, people got no business speaking my name. Like I said, especially when it's people who haven't been supportive, haven't done anything for me. And that's the thing. We build a positive environment over here. We're all about positivity. We're all about helping people help each other. I've helped people way more than anyone's ever helped me. Nobody's done anything for me. So that's all I'm saying. I'm just saying folks need to quit acting like they're doing something for you. You're not doing anything for me. You're trying to put me in some aura within your delusional mind that I'm struggling and I'm a guy who's poor and all these things that don't exist and never have, and I don't even know where the hell they came from or what you're talking about. And that's why all of you are funny to me. Okay? No. Like, first of all, Under Armours ain't cheap. Right? I dress like a boss. I look like a boss. Like I said, I talk like a boss. I don't need to explain nothing, especially to people who are committed to misunderstanding me. No matter what I say, they're going to disagree because it's corny. They're not being real. The whole energy is super whack. So we have no time anymore for super whack energy. If people going to support. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of you are living on a low tier vibration. Like, everything around you is seriously is like this low vibrational nonsense. Like, you're literally like I don't know what it is about y'all, but like, we got to teach people how to adult and grow up. Like, for real, bro. Like, I'm on such an astronomical level compared to y'all. It's unbelievable. And I work with way less opportunity, way less resources, no opportunity, no support, no nothing. How am I getting more done than y'all? That's the question you got to ask. So like I said, if you want to listen to somebody and they're going to teach you something, right? They need to have the credentials, and that doesn't come from the schools. See, this is the problem. Y'all folks keep repeating yourselves, just like the Woffords. They want to talk about Jelly Roll. Jelly Roll is not going to give you financing or funding for a fake company that doesn't exist on some fake land that doesn't exist that you did not buy, right? When you've admitted that all you do is beg. Jelly Roll doesn't have any money to give for the millionth time. Can you hear? You're literally sitting here supporting the enemy. Just like now you're saying, oh, you agree with Trump. Oh, it's a good idea. No, you're going to say anything's a good idea that comes from people, right, who don't support us, who don't care about us, right? And you're going to keep moving in fear, and whatever you can say or do, right, concerning these affairs, you're going to say because, well, you're scared, so you're going to choose the side of the cowards no matter what. And that's exactly what Donald Trump is. So what do you mean? That's what you're doing. It wouldn't matter what time we were in, what day and age. You would do the same thing no matter what. That's a fact, brother. That's a fact, cuzzy. And you know it's a fact, right? What the hell is this? Oh, so, I mean, end of the day, I mean, Who's asking your opinion? I don't even understand why some of these folks get online and start talking like they're me. Like, that's what I'm saying. The dude just said they're going to ask you to go to speak at a jail. So you think that they want a homeless guy that's living in a camper on some land he begged for that they let him squat on? Y'all are literally out there squatting. You don't own any of that land. I guarantee it. I know I'm right. I'm always right. Right? And you're out there squatting on land you don't own, trying to extend out to other government land, talking about, yeah, we're going to buy more land. How are you going to buy more land when you can't even afford food for the day? How are you going to buy more land when you have to keep putting gas in a generator? You all want to talk success, but you don't know what success is. If you could succeed now, how come you haven't succeeded in the past 40, 50, 60 years? Mr. Wofford and Company and anybody. You see what I'm saying? They want to talk the way I'm talking. It's really cute. They want to copy what I'm saying, but talk is cheap. You're just talking. Talk is empty, hot air, like a hot air balloon. It doesn't translate to reality unless you know how to do that. You see what I'm saying? So my whole point is, I got results for everything I've ever done. I've never, ever failed in my life. I've always succeeded. When I fail, I pick myself up. I get back up. I try again, right? Pick yourself up and try again. Pick yourself up and try again. Try again. And I win. Ooh, right? And I win because I learn from my mistakes and I learn from my failures. These people are afraid to fail. That's why they talk like that. Mr. Wofford, you're never going to succeed in anything. None of you are, because, again, you're afraid to fail and be real with yourself. It's the same reason why you keep leaving me all this electronic means and emails that's going to be used against you in court, right? And it's a guaranteed prison sentence. For what purpose would you do that? Why would that be wise? See, you don't know how to succeed. All you know is how to make your own environment and everybody else around you is worse. Now look around. Is that not the case with the Woffords? Are they not struggling like hell every day? I mean, brother, you act like these people are millionaires. I mean, the red triangles don't have any money. You're literally taking money now from an illegal underground organization. You're just committing crime after crime, and then they turn around, oh, I'm showing him something. Your spite is going to land you all in prison. Who's winning? See my point? I don't care what you do. Give them all your money. Yeah, I don't have much to begin with. And that's the thing. You're eventually going to get tired. You're going to get tired of doing these things. You're going to get tired. You're going to run out of money just like y'all ran out of money trying to stop me. These people did all sorts of malicious stuff and spent all the money they didn't earn on trying to stop me. You can never win not being righteous or being a good person. You can't conquer a righteous mind. I'm living proof of that. These people are completely in the wrong. You're completely in the wrong. And sometimes you're just wrong. Like I said, anybody with an issue can come see me. Is anybody doing that? Yeah, because they know they're wrong. Not only that, but, you know, they know what it is. They know who I am. So, I mean, I care less. Care less what people talking about. I care less what none of this, bro. Listen, bro, I'm Batman, man. Batman in the movie went through everything I did because the movies and films were made about me and my story. I'm the only Batman that we know of, right? I think there was one in the past, but my point is, all this stuff was made about me. Batman went broke. Batman went broke because of what? Same thing with me. I got set up and targeted. People lied. Only reason my license is suspended is because corrupt officials lied. I'm Batman. You're not listening. When you come up against corruption, you have to be willing to walk this walk. It's not easy. I mean, I haven't really lost much, but I mean, I kind of. I mean, you know, I've been through a lot. I've taken a lot of losses. I've been through a lot of stuff. And the thing is, I never really lose because I got God with me. I end up winning. That's why these people are so upset, because they're like, how is he so blessed? How does he keep winning? How does God keep providing for him? Because I have my heart is in the right place. That's the only reason. Because I'm a good person. Because I'm not on what you want. Again, Mr. Wofford, we offered you to help you. You're a grown man. You can do all the talking you want, but I'm a grown man, and when I speak, I expect a direct answer. If that makes sense. So we'll wait as long as it takes until you want to get your act together, and please respond to why you rejected the offer from God and God's Son to help you build your business, when, again, you clearly have not built one. You don't have a business because businesses have to make money, right? And this is where we stand. You haven't proven anything. You've just done a lot of talking, and you've tried to shape with your words like reality is different, and you've succeeded. So you're a corporate CEO now, Mr. Wofford? Ah, for real, corporate CEO living in a camper on some land that's uninhabitable and unlivable. Boy, it does not get any funnier than these folks. That's my whole point. I mean, I'm sorry. If I donated somebody $5, I'm not going to sit there and brag or be like, yeah, you know, I showed you. I told you. Like, you know, I mean, and I'm not taking it the wrong way either. I'm just saying, like, I'm not mad about nothing. I just think it's funny. Like, you know, I just think it's odd. I mean, you know, like I said, you know, people have to show some real support. Until then, this is a waste of time. You know, and again, I mean, some folks, I'm not talking to you. You may be trying your best. I appreciate it. Like I said, I'm grateful for anything I get. Genuinely, you know, I'm grateful to those people. I truly appreciate you. Much love. You know, I have nothing but positivity to say, truly. But I'm just saying this has to do with everybody else. This is not really about people donating to me. This is about the people who haven't. And this is why I have to talk like this and have to make sure this message is clear. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I mean, me, I'm a guy who, I'm Batman. I've been so successful, it's unreal. I am the billionaire and only self-made trillionaire who ever existed, literally. The only person that ever reached that pinnacle of heights in all of existence and time. We've never had a trillionaire. They say we didn't have one. Yes, you did. It's just y'all won't put it on record because you're in your feelings about it. I'm an enigma. I don't follow your laws, your rules of this world, nothing. Every rule I've broken. I exist within a whole nother dimension. Just like they said today, I'm tied into something called like the morphic realm. This is why I'm like a prophet, why I predict things, why everything I predict keeps happening. Yes, I'm in the realm. I'm literally connected to source. I'm connected to God. Sit at the right-hand throne of God. So that's my thing. Folks are like, how is he doing this? Where is all this knowledge coming from? God. My connection, the fact that I'm connected to the ethereal realms directly. Y'all want to talk about heaven? I'm already there. I can go to heaven anytime I want. I am heaven. I am an angel in the flesh in front of you. So, you know, nobody made a claim. Y'all make false claims every day. Y'all look crazy. I mean, rappers make themselves look soft every day, but y'all don't want to talk about that. I mean, the conversation that we should be having is the people who are trying to interrupt my business should have been arrested a long time ago, right? We should be able to talk freely. This is America, right? And this is a free country, right? And we should be able to have a conversation with the people, and people should be conversating about this. That Batman ran a cult leader off of YouTube, right? And they're going to end up going to prison and serving a life sentence just like Nature Boy. We should be having conversations every day that are positive and conducive. Nobody can come just type something in an energy that's not positive, right, without going to jail, because this is a business. That's common sense. Instead, what we have is a system that's completely broken. All these people are corrupt, all of them. So what do you mean? And y'all act like I care. I have nothing to do with your system. I make money independently. I live independently. I'm sovereign. I do what I want to do. So I don't care how y'all feel. I don't care how nobody feels. I don't care what nobody talking about. All I know is ain't nobody going to tell me nothing. You can run your mouth all you want. I'm going to sit there and laugh. That's all. No, I'm not going to get upset because y'all have made it clear and showed your hand that's what people want. Why would I get upset? I'm not mad. You are. See what I'm saying? That was the whole point. Once we start talking in reality, these games can't be played. You know what I mean? So that's the whole point. Like I said, I mean, it is what it is, bro. Like I said, folks have never done their job, and I always had to do their job for them. That's the whole reason I went through everything I went through proudly. Like, what? So, like I said, I mean, it's not me dropping the ball. It's not me messing up. It's y'all. All y'all. It's like 50 Cent said. He said, I figured it out. It ain't me who's the problem. It's these dudes. That's the truth. It's been all y'all. All y'all been the problem. I proved every ex-girlfriend of mine was the problem. That's why they all on their feels. Why does that matter? See, you care too much what people think. You care about how you look, but you make yourself look worse and worse every day. Someone's sitting there telling you the truth, writing y'all novels, telling you the truth in reality a million times, and all y'all keep doing things the wrong way, saying things way past the line, making no coherent sense, and then thinking people care and, oh, people are automatically in their feelings. No, we're not. You don't speak for me. You're in your feelings. Your behavior is atrocious. It's embarrassing. See, I'm not in my feelings about nothing. I've got me, my future wife. I've got Christina. I've got a girlfriend. I got a bunch of exes and other people boo-hooing over me. Boo-hoo. Every day. That's all I hear. It's a lot of crying and whining. It's crazy, son. It is really crazy, bro. Like, playing with you folks is funny, bro. You know what I mean? Like I said, all the people that was against me, they all my biggest fans. No matter what. A lot of them are converting. Real talk. A lot of them are like, I won them over, and they're because, yeah, I make people believers, man. Anyone who go against me, I'll make you a believer, and I'll make you a believer in God. The power of God is a real thing. Like I said, man, I move with God. I ain't worried about money. I listen to God. God is my father, just like my dad was my father. I got two dads, right? I'm not going to say two dads. I got one dad and my father, but, you know, he's my father up in heaven. So kind of, yeah. I got God, I got my dad, and I got God. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it just is what it is, man. I just think that it's odd. I think that it's silly. I broke 21 world records right now. And again, you see the same unfair treatment. You see, I haven't been given any money, nor do I expect it. I haven't been given any accolades. I haven't been given a trophy. I don't want one. I don't do validation. That works with them fake rappers like Eminem who you clone. See, them little trinkets don't work with me. Cut me a check. I want cash. Pay me, because my money I spend. See, I spend and make more money. I've made and spent more money than anyone who's ever walked this planet. That's all we do over here is make big bucks and spend them. Money is to spend, not to keep. Holding cash is for what? So like I said, we teach our philosophy. Our philosophy is working for us. That you can't deny. So how is it working if y'all are struggling? How is it working if you in a camper on some land you don't own and you struggling and you worried about me, and every single time you talk, it's delusion and backwards demonic devil talk? If you support the president and this government and their politics, then be my guest, support them. All you're doing is supporting your own downfall. They're not our friend. Look at what they've done. Look what they did to Kennedy. Kennedy was trying to disband the CIA. That's why they did what they did to him. And if you research what they actually did, it's horrible. Because these people are sick. Sorry, but what? If you research the Vatican and Rome and every church in this country and the world, they're all evil as hell. Do you know what pastors do? I mean, you can't see the news headlines. Talk to me about God. Silly goose. You serious? And this is the difference. With me, you get the reality. You don't get a fake preacher and fake pastor sitting in front of you who's evil and wicked as hell, who want to act in front of people and paint it one way like all these narcs do when he in front of the crowd and in front of people, and then behind closed doors, he's a menace. He's Dennis the Menace. Like Raul. Demonically possessed. With me, you get the same guy 24 hours a day, no matter who you are. If I ain't in the mood, I ain't in the mood. Call me what you want, but I'm the same whatever with everybody. See what I'm saying? Because I'm real. So, like I said, at the end of the day, I mean, I have a real message I'm delivering. I'm talking facts. I'm talking reality. I'm proud of hell as how I look, who I am, myself. I'm better looking than all y'all. I'm better looking than all you girls and so-called women out there. Straight up. 100%. We could put it to the test. You want to have a wig competition? We'll have a wig off. You want to have a wig competition? We could do whatever y'all want to do, baby. Real talk. I'm telling you, man. Y'all are crazy, man. You're like, what? My club name used to be White Lavender. You serious? Look better than y'all. It's like Joe Budden said. He said, I rap better than these fools. Like, yeah. Everybody have to come out their mouth with an opinion, like Pac said. They went crazy. Busta Rhymes said, I think he ought to blah, 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 because he said he better than us. Yeah, Busta Rhymes been corny. Been whack. Ja Rule was whack. Hell, 50 was whack half the time. He was a little bit better. All y'all was whack. Eminem was whack. What? Y'all act like Eminem did something. Oh, so fame is just acknowledgement. That's what y'all chase. Y'all chase validation. So a million people say your name and now, oh, you cool. It's the same thing Immortal Technique said. He said it doesn't mean that you're successful. It means that a million people are what? They can't think. This country is a joke. That's what it's become. I'm a real American. None of you are even from here. What are you talking to me for? And what are you talking about? You know, so at the end of the day, I'm going to do what I'm doing. I'm going to keep on winning, keep on succeeding. I don't care how people feel, man. I really don't. And if anything, I'm going to use it all to my advantage. I'm an alchemist. So that's the thing. When people bring in energy, like let's say you mad as hell today and you walk up and you like, man, blah, 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 and you trying to start something, I just alchemize that. Oh, are you upset? Are you okay today? There's a pat on the back. You need a hug? Give hugs out today. See, people don't get God has changed me. God has worked on me. God taught me this. He said, be completely non-reactive. See, while you're talking, God is moving. While you're talking, God is in the spirit, literally creating and making this wealth transfer. I'm about to receive the wealth of the wicked. What happens when the tables do turn? See, everybody thought, oh, it's not possible. It hasn't happened yet. Maybe it is impossible. But with God, all things are possible. God does the impossible for me every day. I shouldn't even be here. So the way I see it is like I've been the underdog since day one. You're not the underdog, Charles. You're someone who's had every opportunity and you just squandered it away. Like all of them. That's why they're upset, because they know they had the chance to stand up and be like me. And y'all didn't have the heart. You didn't have what it took. I've been the champion my whole life, man. I mean, I'm not supposed to win. Y'all want to win? You can have it. Win. Whatever that means. Like, I give up. I don't want to be a part of it. I lose. That's fine. You win. Whatever you're trying to win, you win. I walked away from all that decades ago. Never was a part of it. Anytime folks come around me and they start acting like there's a competition, I walk away. I'm not a part of it. That's what I told you, right? Yeah, you heard me. I'm not a part of none of that, bro. I don't play like that. So, like I said, this is life, okay? And y'all know nothing about life. So, let me teach you a little something about how it works, right? Things happen. Crazy things happen. You know, I mean, life is life. Life is going to be lifing. You know, nothing is predictable. So for me to actually live real life, what y'all are scared to do and don't have the heart to do, and get to this point is impossible. And it should be rewarded and it should be looked up to, and it is, and it's admired by a lot of people. So that's my whole point, is just that, you know, until folks change their mentality and start figuring out what it is and how it works in reality, I could care less what they talk about, genuinely. It's a waste of my time. It's silly, you know what I mean? And that's all I really hear from people is a bunch of silly games and silly nonsense that ain't going to get them anywhere. Like I said, I'm built like an ox and a brick, you know what, right? I'm wearing steel armor of God, 18 gauge steel. I paid cash for this. I paid cash for everything. Like, these people act like I have a bank, like I've had brokerage accounts for years. Like, I make money. I trade stocks. I'm a stock connoisseur. I'm a financial connoisseur. I'm a stock expert. I'm an expert in any system because I study systems. I can take over and own any system. You saw that I did it on here with nothing but my mind. I'm controlling everything on here. I'm controlling all of you. I literally have mind control of you folks, and I'm pulling Jedi mind tricks every day. I wear 530 on my wrist, got you pissed. Y'all don't even have a watch. I got over 2,000 in jewelry. Y'all don't have nothing. Even with the diamond rings that you know, Raul took my stuff and whatever, and you know, whatever he did, if he pawned it or whatever, because I know he didn't throw that away because it was stuff that cost money, right? And that's a crime. So folks be talking like they doing something, but y'all worried about stuff that's irrelevant. That's why I didn't care about that. Y'all worried about pettiness. What? That's what these folks did back in the day too. They kept coming for my laptop. How corny can you get? Yeah, they scared of me being on a computer. So y'all was scared of me getting in a vehicle. So we know that I'm like Fast and the Furious for real. They said, don't let them get in a car because they already know what's good. I'm like the transporter for real. I drive better than anyone on this planet. So they're scared of me getting in a car. They're scared of me getting on a computer. Man, I'm a tough dude, bro. Right? I think it's pretty self-explanatory. I'm one that people probably shouldn't mess with. Right? Yeah. Yeah, I'm everybody's worst nightmare, apparently, right? Because folks are saying they can't even, if I have a computer, oh, it's a problem. I do this with a phone, bro. Nothing but a phone with a messed up screen. I've been doing this entire time with a phone. Make checks like every 2 months, every month, whatever, but we create checks. We making money right now, getting paid. What is y'all talking about? What is you doing? That's all I'm saying. Like, folks really want to talk. Like, that's cool. You could talk, but it's got to make sense. It's got to exist. And if it don't exist, then I don't know what you're saying. I was a boss before. What are you talking about, bro? I bought a Gucci bucket hat for like $5,000 and gave it to my homeboy, the one we saw down here at the mall. That was like, Tyree, I mess with you heavy, right? Hey, ask him. He got in my Porsche. I had a Gucci bucket hat I just bought from the outlets out there in not McAllen, the place I want to go with Christina, San Marcos, the official real deal, Gucci everything. All right, I had a Gucci backpack, all that. I gave him the Gucci bucket hat. Everything I ever bought and had, I gave to other folks. I don't care. If not, I pawned it or whatever, sold it. I never worried about material stuff because it comes and goes. That's the problem. These folks act like, no, if material validates you, that's your issue. You should work on that. Because nothing that I ever have is a part of me. And that's the problem with narcissists. They think everything is an extension of them. Yeah, that's delusional. Nothing is an extension of you, brother. Nothing. Okay? Whatever you do and get, it doesn't mean nothing. So now that we've established that and that we're past that nonsense, right? Whose business is succeeding? Mine. I'm getting a check for over $110, 21st to the 26th of this month. Right? My next check is up over $42. And while I'm talking to you, it's accruing more and more and more. It'll accrue later tonight. It'll show me where I'm at. I was trying to hope I could make over at least $8 today because I'd like to get over the $50 mark before the 15th is over so that I'm halfway through the check, hopefully, before halfway or around halfway through the month. Because what I'm trying to do is get over the $100 threshold for the second time because I had just accomplished that milestone in my business here. And if I could do so, good luck, man. It's about to get ugly for y'all if that happens, you know what I mean? Just the only thing would be trying to get to it. So that's why I need everybody's help right now. So again, these folks, that's the thing. They want to say that you're something, right? Just like I'm saying, they want to give you that aura like, oh, he's struggling. I wouldn't be struggling if y'all weren't struggling. I wouldn't be struggling if you just pay me and give me some real money and stop breadcrumbing me and stop being corny. Okay? If you just pay me, I'm not going to be struggling ever again. Like once I create this next check, especially if I could get over the $100 threshold before the end of the month, right? Literally, I would never be struggling, nor have I this entire time. I never struggled. No, I haven't. I've had hard times and hard periods, and guess what? I made it happen. That's not struggling. See, struggling is when you don't get up and you don't do anything and you're lazy. That's a narc problem. I'll never have that problem. I've ate good all these years. I've ate better than the penguin. We're not in a competition, but I've ate better than the penguin this entire time. That really is true. So what do you mean? Folks say, oh, this and that, blah, blah. Well, you got to say things that exist, brother. Those are your issues. I'm not here to hear them. I'm tired of it. So, yeah, like I said, we Gucci. We always Gucci. God provides. What do you mean? I'll never have a problem. Are you serious? The devil's plan will never work with me. Nothing will prosper. That's common sense. So y'all want to talk weird and talk crazy and you know, it's all about your feelings. Like, I mean, I'm not the one. You see what I'm saying? So like I said, when people talk to me, I'm going to respond. When people say something to me, I'm going to say something back. We don't put up with nothing, bro. You know what I mean? Over here, it's all got to be equal. Whatever you do, you get back. I told exes that. So what do you mean? Nah, y'all know I'm a guy who don't play. You know that I'm a guy who about his business. You know I'm a guy that you don't send anything my way and expect me not to respond because I love responding. See what I'm saying? So like I said, let folks do what they do. You know what I mean? That penguin is my biggest fan. All he doing is promoting me, and he ain't even able to promote because nobody watches him. Folks didn't make it on YouTube. I did. Folks don't have a career. I do. Folks don't teach digital fitness. I do. Mr. Wofford can't even have a direct conversation, but you still saying my name. I don't want to talk about you. I would love to move on, but in order to move on, sir, this is just how basic arithmetic works. We have to have this conversation, and you have to admit you're wrong, and that's it, and then we'll move forward. See how everything with y'all just kind of remains stagnated? That's the energy that they're always in. It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. I've never been like that. I'm a perfectionist, first of all. So I'm just saying, any conversation I get in, there has to be a conclusion. Any business I start, it has to be conclusive. Anything I do, that's just something in my mind. There ain't nothing wrong with me. That's the way you're supposed to be. No, things have to conclude, bro. So we waiting on you, brother. I mean, until then, I'm gonna keep on saying your name. I'm gonna keep on calling you out. I'm gonna keep on showing how I'm succeeding and you not. Not to be like you, not in any other weird energy, because you don't want to come have a conversation and just be an adult and admit my way is not working and I need help. Brother, sometimes we all need help. It's all good to need help. You look like you've been needing help forever. Frankly, talking to a dude who's made and spent millions and millions and millions. This one's parking up here on the corner for what I don't know. Millions of dollars. And they think they can tell me something. Manifested out of nothing. Tons of dough. Every single time. Over and over and over again. That's crazy, son. Like, straight up. That is downright crazy. Someone out there? Let's pay attention. Man, I need new shoes bad. Shoes keep coming off. You got no bottoms. The bottoms are messed up. But yeah, man, like I said, bro, it is what it is. I'm going to start working out for y'all right now. This is what we're going to do, like workout exhibitions, 52 blocks, demonstrations, nonstop. I wouldn't care if it was repetitive, but I'll try to switch it up for y'all. But like, I want people to learn from me. That's why I get on here. I start preaching and I start speaking. A lot of people tell me, I like that you talk. Oh, it's going to start raining again. It was pouring today. It's going to ruin everything right now. So a lot of people say that I like that you talk about God, or I like how you talk about God. I appreciate that. It's what I'm here to do. You know what I mean? But I'm also here to move with God and through God and do God's work and God's will, and that's what I do. I don't just talk. See, that's the difference between me and other people. Other people talk. I'll put it to the test and show action every single time. Every word I ever spoke, I proved. And I always went out my way to prove things before I ever talked. I'm not a guy who brags. I don't talk about my accomplishments. Only reason I'm doing that is because of what y'all said, all these Satanists. Like I said, if y'all would just quit talking, then there's no issue. But as long as you're talking, oh, there's an issue and I'm going to talk, whether you like it or not. I mean, don't dish out what you can't take. See my point? I mean, there's an issue, and it's clear that it's coming from y'all. I don't have an issue. I've been Gucci my entire life, bro. I love my life. I love who I am. I love being Tyree Sneed. I've just been so successful. It's unreal in life. It's just unbelievable, and that's my thing. This is a symbol of pride. This is a symbol where I'm at right now. Proves that I succeeded. Not that I failed, that I succeeded. Because when you succeed in this society, when real folks make real money, I got set up and targeted for it. I didn't get rewarded. People tried to take everything from me. They left with nothing. They lost and left with a frowny face. Correct? Remember? Did you forget? So, I mean, it's pretty simple. I mean, you know, I'm more like Carl Van Loon in that movie Limitless. You know, I mean, I'm more like Bradley Cooper in it. But my point is, I have similarities to the Carl Van Loon guy, kind of. You know, when he said, "Don't make me your competition." I mean, I'm at Carl Van Loon level at this point. That's what y'all don't get. You know, we graduated away from money. We move within the spirit. We're in the ethereal spiritual realms, and we actually manifest money through that. We use universal laws of karma. We talk to God, and God gives me the money. What do you mean it's not proven? How is it not proven if God gave me Christina? If I manifested Christina, if we are manifesting this settlement, we're doing everything together. We're telepathically connected. She's getting a settlement, she said, for a guaranteed $6.8 million. That's God at work. That's God. So what do you mean? Everything that Christina went through came from these people, just like everything I went through. These people and their witchcraft. So it kind of makes sense that because you did all that and all that wicked, evil stuff, and it was clear what you wanted for us, right? God said, nah, I'm going to stop that. I'm going to protect God's children, my children, and I'm going to take care of them. And then I'm going to reward them and give them tons of money in front of you. That's what's happening. Worry about money? These folks, you shouldn't ask for money. Bro, you're the same people who said, I'm tired of seeing Tyree get donations. Boy, stop it, man. Who even talks like that, bro? You can never come around me, man. That's just super weak. It's weak sauce. I'm tired of seeing Tyree get donated. Yeah, you tired of seeing me win. Well, then that means I win. That means I won. That means I always win. I'm not trying to win anything. You talking about I win in life, period. You know why? Because I got God with me, because God loved me. That's what it is. Yeah, you upset because I'm God's favorite. A lot of you are in denial of it. It's in the readings. They said Mr. Wofford is in denial of my success. He said I should be like him. So I should go beg, right? I mean, we could do that. I could do that too, because I could do that because I'm free. And see, when I beg, people will know who I am. You see, it's the difference between you and me. See, when I hold a sign, if I go fly a sign, Charles, people are going to know, that's the Batman. He need money right now. And they might help me. But you, nobody know you. You understand what I'm saying? Like, everybody ain't looking like, oh, he shouldn't be doing it. Why the hell not? I have no other way to make money down here other than this, and this is not paying right. I mean, what are you talking about? That doesn't mean I failed. I succeeded. I'm taking a system. This pays less than 1/100 of a cent. Making buku bucks out of nothing. Because that's what I do. I take nothing, and I make it into something and everything. Every time. That's how I always made all my money. What do you mean? I'm a cowboy and a gangster. So, like I said, man, let people do what they do, but y'all ain't talk about nothing. That's all I know. Y'all do a lot of talking. It's a waste of your time. And that's it. It ain't making no sense. You know what I mean? We got folks talking to themselves every day. Just donate, bro. I know y'all got a little bit of bread, bro. That's my point. You got bread because y'all don't have this equity. The reason why you have a little bit of money is because y'all all live in suburbs and regular areas in the world. I don't. I'm proud of where I live. I like being here. There's benefits and there's things that are harder. That's just part of it. But I live better than you. I'm still richer and wealthier than all y'all. And that's the point. I'm not worried about making money. Never was. Only reason I worry about making money is to survive day to day. That's all I care about. Because I'm basically retired. I'm an old man that ages backwards and has the Benjamin Button complex going on. So, I mean, like I said, folks can tell themselves what they want. You know, it's just like looks are deceiving. Y'all talk about judge a book by its cover. Well, my cover is beautiful. You should work on yours. Like real talk. Yours is all tattered from years of that book going through whatever, right? You know, it's a joke. But my whole point is, I mean, I don't know what folks is talking about, man. Like I said, I'm basically retired. I've done my thing. I'm never going to stop doing what I'm doing. I'm Batman. I'm evolving. They just told you I'm turning into a god, and I'm not even trying to be. And I'm God's favorite. I mean, how much more can I win? I just set 21 world records today. Might set another right in front of your face, like right now, live on air. I mean, I have the ability to break world records while I'm talking to you. What more gift can God give someone? See, I don't dictate. I don't live off negativity like y'all. That's y'all's problem. I don't dictate anything based off of something that ain't positive. I take the most negative stuff I've been through, everything I went through physically, everything people did towards me. I took the negatives that nobody could and made them a positive somehow. The only reason I'm even in this position is because of what happened when y'all called Seton Hospital, truly. Because of God. God said, I allowed your enemies to do this behind your back because it wasn't to break you, it was to make you. It ain't my plan, bro. Believe me, if it was my plan, I would have done it a lot differently. I know that I don't think like God. I'm starting to think more like him every day and more similar, but I'm not God, and I'm not trying to be, and I don't claim to be. I don't want to be. Why would I want to be God? I let God be God. I don't want that kind of responsibility, truly. It's just like with a company. Like I said, I always tried to position myself. You know, a lot of success is about positioning. If you can do it right, if you can handle yourself right, if you're independent and you don't move for no one. I always try to position myself where I'm not the owner of the company. I always try to position myself where I don't own things or my assets are protected. That's the smart position to be in. These folks are mad because I know how to position myself properly, where I'm completely protected and I'm shielded. The reason you can't do nothing to me, you've tried your hardest. I mean, every day you've tried to send whatever, do whatever. The reason you can't move me is because my shield is God. Because my base is God. It's not anything in this material realm. This grass, none of this exists. This is all energy. I'm in a spiritual realm. I'm transcending time. Consciousness can transcend time. I am consciousness. I am a thought. This is a thought realm. I make money through thoughts. So when you folks want to act cute and, oh, that's crazy. Really? Because you should probably go by a mirror and look at how you look. Feel like Jack Nicholson, you look the way I feel. Like, there's nothing crazy about nothing that I'm saying or doing. It's called knowledge and intelligence. That's why I tell y'all and put you in your place and tell you I'm a genius. Ain't nothing funny. I don't know what you're talking about, bro. I thought that was crazy how the dude was acting like he was laughing, talking about, like, I get it, like, but I don't. See, that's the thing. It doesn't make any sense. Like, there's something diluted about people. Like, so there's something funny talking about, come on, man. Like, come on, man, what? Like, bro, I'm Batman. I've been Batman for over 2 years, like I told you. I'm going on my 3rd year. That's a bulletproof vest you see me wearing. You know what it is. So what do you mean? What's funny about that? Being Batman ain't funny. It doesn't look funny. My suit don't look funny. Everything looks legit. It looks like what it is. So what do you mean? No, people laugh because of the randomness of Batman, and I knew that was going to happen, and that was part of it because I'm a comedian and I'm funny and I know how to make people laugh and put a smile on people's face. But some of you are just downright delusional. So you're trying to take everything and warp it into something that doesn't exist. That's in your mind. You have fun with that and take that somewhere else, because we don't play like that. So the thing is, I don't play about none of that. So what do you mean? I don't have to tolerate none of that, bro. Like, no, it's you all clearly who think like that. Anybody who thinks something sweet, something funny, something out of place, like, no, that's you. We completely in alignment. I'm in spiritual alignment, dog. Everything I'm doing, the way I look, the way I'm cutting my hair, everything, bro, is spiritual. Everything I do every day makes perfect sense. That's never been in question. What's in question is y'all. All y'all who don't do your job. All y'all who don't make sense. And like I told you, that's why. I've noticed now it's been too prevalent for me not to be right. I've noticed how all of them say delusional stuff. Talked about, are you scared of the rain? That's delusional to ask Batman or ask someone. That is, why would you say that? Right? And then the other one, come on, man. Well, come on, man, what? You come on, man. I mean, you work for companies and organizations that literally are illegal as hell and breaking the law every which way, and your job is the opposite of that. That's crazy. That's insanity. It's very clear, right, who's making sense and who's not. We don't talk like that. This is a business. So see, that's the thing. Folks is trying to bring language and rhetoric and control it and manipulate it through means of being petty. That would never work with me. We know who's who and what's what. The whole world know. So what is this? Like, I'm under a microscope. I'm not under a microscope, and I'm not under scrutiny. And I ain't Eminem. I'm a whole lot worse. Actually, Eminem is a 3-foot tall slouch who couldn't succeed. He got cloned. He got owned, right? He had handlers. He tried to diss Bush, and they got it in. There's been a whole lot of people that the Illuminati has done whatever, handled whatever, right, in corny ways. You see people go to them gala strips or them banquets, and the one girl takes out this stuff and pours it. Red stuff. What is she symbolizing? What is she trying to say? She's trying to make a statement of what the Illuminati does. See, this country is God's country. It's not your country. The Illuminati and the Masons don't run anything here. Y'all are a sideshow circus act. Y'all are jokers. Y'all are the devil. All of you. Not one person has the power to be the devil, but groups of people do. He uses different vessels, just like God uses a vessel like me. Takes one vessel and he'll defeat all of you. I defeated the Masons already. I already defeated the Illuminati, and I outdid you financially. But folks in the public want to talk, oh yeah, he's struggling. You tell yourself whatever you want. I don't know how a guy's struggling. I mean, they just like when they were leaving fake comments. I don't know how a guy is struggling or why it matters or public perception matters if the public is a joke. You're all wage slaves. I don't know how you can say a guy's struggling that was riding around a $1,300 bat cycle. That's crazy. That fixed several times. I don't know how a guy's struggling who had bank accounts with over 300,000, who sold 50-acre properties for over 100K, who had over 60K in Vegas, took over Vegas twice, was in San Antonio with over 60 grand. Like, probably got up to like over, I mean, it's not, you're not making sense. And that's the thing, y'all talk too much, and I'm not trying to even speak like that. So at the end of the day, facts is facts, proof is in the pudding. That's why you got Mr. Walford trying to repeat my phrases, because he's my biggest fan. I wanted to be Batman. Batman and stop criminals and blah, blah, blah. I wanted to be, yeah, you wanted to be Tyrese Dean. While you high on whatever you're on or whatever, while you're on whatever you're on, right? It's probably what you'd imagine being Tyrese Dean. I mean, look at his wife. I mean, let's get real. You know, I mean, for real. I mean, come on, bro. At some point, you got to face the facts. I mean, not exactly a looker. For real. You know, I mean, compare Shelly to Christina. It's not even comparable. I mean, you know, you wake up every day next to that, brother. I mean, that's something you got to deal with. I could understand why you're upset. Hell, I would be too. I'd be losing it. I would have done left. Like, what? Wake up next to that. Like, looking like Shrek. So, I mean, you know, he's trying to create and build his own delusion for himself and project every day. He's a grown man. Like, yeah, I'm going to keep on telling you reality. That's the whole point. Like I said, man, people can donate, man. People can donate over $100, bro. Y'all can donate thousands. Y'all got money. Y'all got money because you had it easy. You got money because you're in a main city. All right, give me startup money. Until y'all give me startup costs for this business, because I built it on my own. I didn't need I didn't need no help. Nothing. Didn't get no help. Until y'all send me startup costs. I mean, I don't want to hear nothing, period, but I really don't want to hear nothing. You can't tell me nothing at any point. Not within this and not within anything. I mean, I succeeded, brother. I did this all on my own. Like I said, I'd like to see y'all build what I build. I'd like to see these fake COs who are corrupt and a joke and look like they weigh like 60 pounds soaking wet. I'd love to see them do what I do. Seriously. I'd love to see them try. People want to dress up as Batman. That's cute. That's fine. Just don't do it on these streets. Because you will see the real Batman. And he will address you. This is a business. This is the mob. This is not, oh, we're playing. Oh, we're trying to be cute. Oh, no. Not at all. You know, you want to dress up in a Halloween costume, that's perfectly fine. Get on my streets and you try to copy me, that's a problem. See what I'm saying? What did Bruce Wayne deal with in the movie? You think that's not going to happen? Yeah. And let's get real. What did Bruce Wayne do to the copycats? Go watch the movie. So don't play with me. Don't sit here and act like I haven't accomplished what I've accomplished. I'm the real Batman. This has all been 100% real, and I funded it out of my own pocket. Don't play these games with me. It's not going to work out for none of you. Like, real talk. Don't sit here and test my patience. Don't play with me. I'm not the one. You know what it is. You know, you don't even have you can never comprehend what I've done or what I've accomplished. Okay? I move so fast, it's unreal. I move at the speed of light. I mean, yes, I'm in a vibrational love, so I live quicker and get more done than all y'all. That's how I've affected things so far away. Come on, bro. I affected things in Kentucky. I exposed like all of Kentucky in 2 seconds just on a trip there. I go places, I meet random people and give them my channel. I mean, I can't lose. I'm in alignment with my path. Y'all have to drive around and waste all your money on gas every day. Don't talk to me about money. If you work a job, period, I mean, you making a mistake, because you're going to spend gas money every day going there, and then you're not going to have no money. That's the thing. That's why all y'all so upset and disgruntled, because you're like light years behind me. And that's all it is. It's just been jealousy since day one. Just like folks will say sometimes in the chat, like, oh, they just jealous of you. Cool, but that doesn't give you a right to say and do whatever you want. See the point? Like I said, you come here to my channel, you come out here, you get my wife's name right, Christina. It's from the other guys. So you come to my channel, make sure that you're ready to learn from the martial arts expert that I am, the 52 blocks expert that I am, 100% facts. It's already proven, brother. I'm 10-0 in my own league, Tycoon Street Boxing. Okay, backyard boxing. I don't know what y'all are talking about. Come here, You're going to learn how to train properly. You're going to learn inertia training, which is less movement equals more strength. This is what I'm teaching. I'm going to end up creating my own digital fitness package and selling it to you. And if you would like to hit me up on that, anybody, you can do that ahead of time right now, preemptively. And all you got to do is donate. Let's see, I'll sell it for $100 each. You send me $100. Here's what I'll do right now. And I'm going to create it regardless. And that's what I'm going to be working on soon. Right. But right now I got to focus on this and try to get this done. You send me $100. I'll send you my digital fitness package. I will literally build it from scratch. I'll create the whole thing and I will send you my digital fitness package, whether that's videos. If I have to send all of it to you in different files, I'll figure it out. Whatever I got to do, I will get it sent to you where you will have the entire fitness training package. And that's 100% what I'm going to do. All these Freemasons do it. And don't talk to me about, oh, you got to do this and eat. No, you don't. You don't need nothing to do none of this. These Masons do it every day. None of them have nothing to do nothing. They're just satanic and so they saw. Oh, well, I can 100% sell product all I want. I don't have to ask nobody. So, no. I mean, yeah, I'll start selling digital fitness training packages. That's what I'm going to do, right? Just like that one dude was trying to sell, like, dating advice, right? Which I could do, too, if I wanted. So, what do you mean? I'm going to go ahead and create a digital fitness package. Be like Chuck Norris, but actually real. It's considering that Chuck Norris couldn't hold a candle to me. Everything they do, they want to be unfair. Everything they do, they want to box it in a category. You can't box Batman in a category. I'm a street dude. I'm the mob. I'm a gangster. What are you talking about? This is why y'all don't invite me to interviews. Because you know it's going to go left. Quick. If you say one thing wrong to me. Because I'm not these other people. We move differently. See, where I'm at, I'm here. When I show up somewhere, the energy in the room changes. When I'm there, I'm carrying all these ancestors and spirits and everything with me and all their pain and everything they went through, and I'm speaking for them. When I come through, I'm representing a real gangster that don't give a what and don't care, that lives in this realm and doesn't follow any of your man-made laws or rules. Broken every rule. I don't care. That's the thing. Y'all are trying to gather. It's pathetic. Y'all are trying to gather a human understanding based upon a being who's a divine being. You can never comprehend what I do. When you ask me what I do can't be explained in words. I've done too much. I move so quick, it's unexplainable. Literally. Can't explain to you what I do in words. That's silly. What do you mean? So, like I said, the whole point is that's these folks, they have no faith in God. And that's your problem. You have no faith. And like I said, bro, I've been like this my whole life, bro. I move so quick. I get so much done. That's why everything I'm telling you is a fact. Yeah, I 100% have done all these things and a million things more. Why? Because I move super fast. Because I live in a vibration of love. It's also what I teach. Hold on. All right. 16 in the box right now. We got 2 likes. That's pretty good. All right, let me try to temporarily fix my shoe. And let's keep on training, folks, since they sure as hell don't. See, I just work hard at what I do. While y'all talk, I work hard. Real talk. Sit there, waste my time running my mouth every day and just talking to talk. For what? That's what y'all do. Y'all want to talk. All they want to do, all of them, is talk. For what? Talk is cheap. Talk ain't gonna get you paid. Yeah, I need a new shoe, bro. Look, keep coming on. That's my point. If y'all was real people, if y'all worked real jobs, if you made real money, if you was moving any way that makes sense, how would you not send $20, bro? A pair of shoes now costs like $40, $50, bro. Come on, bro. Y'all can't be serious. Y'all just say what it is. Y'all don't want to fund me. We've asked long enough. Like, if folks don't want to fund me, they don't want to do nothing for me. The only reason the little bit is getting done is because of God. And God is doing this on purpose, I think, and that's okay. I'm not mad at God's plan. I'm not mad at God, ever. You know what I mean? It's because, like he said, he's trying to make me completely grateful for anything that I get. I was meant to go through this period of stagnation, but like I said, it should be over with, man. I paid my dues. You know what I mean? I deserve to be happy. I deserve to have the money I need. I deserve to have the resources I need. I mean, this is crazy. If you don't give me startup costs and money to travel and do what I want and do what I need, how am I going to build? I'm owed all that money from when I was a teenager. I'm owed money from everybody. What's the excuse? They stole my inheritance. Give me what's mine. That's the point. I'm not asking for nothing. I'm saying, give me what's mine. Like, what? That's not even a choice. Like, everybody's going to give me what's mine. That's common sense. Like, what? So, like I said, give me what's mine so I have my startup money and startup costs to live my life and build my life, and then come talk to me. Just like every other person out here and everywhere. All these people spoiled rotten. They all taken care of. They entitled. That's a fact. What are you talking about? See what I'm saying? But y'all got support systems. Y'all got whole families vouching for you. Y'all live like canned sardines and work with your whole group of people, and you good. You don't need for anything. If you want to go out and eat at Chili's, you can do that. I can't do that. I'm not upset about it. It's a period of time I got to go through to build all of this, right? Facts. To build what you'll never have. None of you. Get that right. You will never look like this. None of you. You will never do what I do on these bars. You will never get this strong. Why? Because struggle is what builds beauty and perfection and will get you the result. You want to be a businessman? Go through hell. You want to be a businessman? Go to the hood and the ghetto and learn how to survive by yourself. That'll teach you business straight up. That's the connection, the link between the hood and corporate America. That's the actual connection. You Masons want to pose. You don't actually know it because you ain't living it. See, I lived it. I live it every day. You can't even get it out of me. I'm in the suburbs. Folk. Wody. I'm in the suburbs, homie. I made it out the hood, and I still talk like this. People is funny. You understand? And that's the thing. That's what they do in this society. They like little like rabbits. They see you, and they see, oh, he real. Oh, he really built like that. He really moved like that. He really moved around like that. That's really who he is, right? So they have some kind of thing because it's a fear within them. I've got to go look in the mirror, bro. Like Michael Jackson says, starting with the man in the mirror. Y'all got to look in the mirror and figure out what the hell you're afraid of. That's your problem. I don't have that problem. See what I'm saying? Want to know the truth? You're all a bunch of... You ain't got the heart to be who you want to be. You need people like me. So you can point your fingers and say, that's the bad guy. So would that make you good? You're not good. You just know how to hide. None of these people are good. You got fake Christians all around here. Fake churches. They're good? Who? Who's good? Who's really good? The good people are struggling right now. Me. The good people got to ask people for money. I don't beg for nothing. I ask folks, hey, can you contribute? Because you see me doing something you ain't got the heart to do. It takes tons of acumen, physicality, endurance, everything, right? So that's my whole point. You know, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like straight up. Hold up. But yeah, like I said, you know, you see somebody doing something that you may not have the heart to do. I mean, why would you not support it? 3 likes. And that's my thing, like that's the thing. I don't care about validation. See, y'all be talking about that. Like, that's the thing. Like, when I say it, like, I never say like and subscribe. I never will. Like, I'm joking. Like, I don't care about that because that ain't gonna help me. It's not. That ain't gonna, like, bro. My movement's gonna carry no matter what. I'm already famous. I ain't worried about it. If views was never a problem for me. These people talk about views and subscribers like it means something. I'm just go ahead and get started. They talk about views and sub like it mean anything, but meanwhile, none of them famous, none of them rich. Make no sense. Maybe y'all are just upsetting your feelings because I got my priorities straight. You ever think of that? Maybe you're upsetting your feelings because you know I'm light years ahead of you in life. Real talk. Bro, the amount of equity I own, it would take full corporations like 900 lifetimes to catch up to me. And I really have this. Prove something to what trolls on you for I'm all right. Why would I need to do that? Are you my boss? I don't have a boss. Like, everything y'all say is silly. It's that internet stuff. We don't do internet stuff out here. What do you better ask about me? Real talk. At all. There's 50 more pull-ups, and that's full extension, buddy. So like I said, I'm the teacher. What I say goes. My word is law. My word is bond, right? So again, what's goody? We're going to be teaching every day out here. Ain't they mad? Real talk. Everything I ever tried to build, they tried to stop. Can't stop this. Like DMX said, you will not take this from me, baby. You will not take this from me. You understand? And I'm telling you straight up, you won't take this from me. No, you won't. I promise you that. Ain't gonna take nothing from me. Nobody ever. Hold up. So yeah, like I said, I'm just waiting on this guy, and then I'm gonna reset up the camera. And I'm sore. Saw one guy too. I saw a reel. He said that your tendons take longer to heal. My tendons. Your tendons take longer to heal, and that folks don't get that about calisthenics. They say, don't work out every day doing calisthenics. Man, y'all is soft. Y'all is super soft. All right, think about that. Tendons don't heal as quick as muscles. This works tendons a lot, right? I get sore as hell. My right arm right now, it'd be hurting last 2 days. I mean, are you serious? I mean, look at my hand. If you catch it, like, is you serious? Like, you think that getting somewhere doesn't involve pain? That's what I did. I turned pain into power. That's what Batman is, pain. Like, what? That's why he says, oh no, you can't do nothing to me. But I for sure know what pain is. I know about pain. Sometimes I like to share mine with others. That's exactly what Batman says. It's a direct quote. 4 likes. See, I don't just want your likes, though. Like I said, see, that's cool. I don't need validation, though. I want money. Send me 4 sets of $20. See, I'm gonna teach. I'm gonna get y'all in the right mode. Like, I'm not being greedy. I'm not being selfish. Nothing. I've received basically next to nothing. That's why I gotta ask. I gotta start asking. I never really did. So, like I said, we gotta get funded. I want to get people in the right energy where they enjoy watching me and they want to participate. Imagine if it was you, bro. You trying to build a business. You put everything on the line to do this. I've accomplished so much. And I'm something that the people can utilize. It's like if you're in a relationship. That's what this is, basically. right? But the only relationship I'm in is with Christina. But my point is, like, let's say you got a girlfriend and she don't treat you right. It happens all the time, especially now, because they take dudes for granted, and a lot of y'all ain't men, and they allergic to men. They don't even know who they are or what the point of anything is. I don't even understand what the point, what their point is. Like, real talk, like so-called women are lost today. It's a joke. Seriously, it's a complete joke. You know, like it's supposed to be about. It's supposed to be about what's real, right? And it's supposed to be common sense, like, you know, the feelings between man and woman. I mean, it shouldn't be that hard to figure out. But instead, they're just all about their fake comfortability, and you know, they just want fake stability that doesn't exist. Stability don't exist. That's the number one thing I always teach and tell people. Stability is an illusion. If you ever go to a hood or ghetto, that's something you learn real quick. Stability is an illusion. See, that's the thing these folks don't get. They talk about, you don't have this, you don't. I have everything, but that's besides the point. The miracle is, how do I have so much? And I'm grateful for what I do have. Even if it was a little, I'm grateful for the little I have. How do I have so much when I come from that environment? See the point? The point is, y'all don't get it. The structure of the game is built advantages to me, to a person like me, who's a gangster and who's going to take whatever he wants. So when you talk about, oh, rich folks, rich people, that's all cool. Who do you think their money is going to in this wealth transfer, when I just told you there's a wealth transfer where the wicked's wealth is going to come to me? All that wealth they didn't earn, it's about to be transferred to me. It's a wealth transfer. It's the same game in the street if you want to be realistic about things. People are always paying attention to the rich folks, to the upper class. There's classes in society. See, me, I ain't worried about none of that. I'm a street dude from the hood, and I'm going to stay that whether I'm in the suburbs or not. I'm me, I'm myself. I don't change, right? And that's how I'm able to get properties in real estate, and how I'm able to sell 50-acre properties like I did for $100K. How I'm able to do these things and do real estate independently. How I have this knowledge is because of the things I went through in the environments that I came out of and I really come from. See, it's different when you got a guy that go to jail and he's soft. It's different when you got a guy that go to the hood but he's super quiet and reserved and stay to himself and he's soft. It's different when you get somebody who's actually themselves no matter what environment you put them in. You see my point? You always see me getting into it, right? Getting in the mix, if you really pay attention. So that's the difference. When you got someone real like me, you should listen, because I'm a jewel. You don't get to hear too many like me. And bro, there's a lot of halfway real dudes in penitentiaries, prisons, jails all over this country. There's real ones in every hood. But the question is, how real? And the thing is that I've noticed is the realness is dwindling. Seriously. That's how I know that when I do this Batman project, I don't care less who or what I come up against, but I just know like what it is already. I know the environments I'm going into, and I have this, like, I already know that they're set on like a preset condition. Like they're like a TV remote. They're like already preset for me to just come in and do whatever I want as Batman. That's what y'all don't get. This 18 gauge steel armor and that bulletproof vest, all I got to do is put that on and go out in the world and I take what I want. If you notice, I've been doing this almost every day. I'm a thug and a gangster that goes out in the world and takes what he wants. That's a cowboy. That's a man. That's all a man is. That's exactly what a man is. Y'all try to put labels on people, you this, you that. The way y'all are with all that demonic stuff y'all do, that's nothing like me. I'm a totally different animal, but I'm the real deal of what tough is. You could never shame me. I know exactly what I am. I know exactly what my whole lineage and my family is. Look it up. Well, I know what I am. I know that I'm something that people can't play with. I know that I have one setting and one function, and that's what I do. Oh, I know that. That's why the hardest thing for me to do is be calm and pull back. So that's what I work on. Because it's already in my lineage and my DNA. That's what y'all don't want to recognize. It's you can't really turn it off. I actually have that instinct. What's it called? Mike Tyson had it a little bit. I have it worse. So I have to work on that. And that's what God works on with me. You think when God created me, he didn't know what he was making? It's like the orcas. You saw the thing just go down with the orcas, right? And whatever I kept telling y'all, I said, this is SeaWorld and I'm Telecom. Y'all don't listen, man. Y'all think this stuff is over? It's still happening, right? I heard that more stuff might have happened. I don't know if it's true or what happened, but it looked pretty bad. And yeah, that's what happens. You can't take orcas away from their mothers. That's common sense if you had a heart and human compassion. You can't take orcas out of their family environment and then put them in captivity and not expect them to retaliate. That's common sense. But see, humans, y'all lack that. You can't do these things and God not start acting through that. You think God don't talk to them orcas? They smart as hell. They connected to God at 100%. I can guarantee you that. God speak through those orcas. So when he do something like that, that's God telling you, you humans are sick. You're wrong, right? That's God literally saying the truth. I'm going to say it for what it is. He's saying, oh, y'all going to get what you deserve. So you look at those situations, you probably feel sorry. Oh, boo-hoo. Oh, this and that. Sorry, but I don't at all. I think it should be common sense not to work for a company that takes advantage like that. I think that if I see a company and I see how you treat anyone or anything, I would never work for a company like that. You think I would ever work for SeaWorld? Yeah, right. You can't be serious, bro. These things are happening because it's God showing y'all what's up. It's God showing you what time it is. And the thing, like I told you, God is not playing. Like I said, God is the one who spoke to me. He told me vengeance is mine. There's no way for you to cover this up. Okay? You got folks, this one dude, he just threw a sandwich. You see him? They gave him a federal sentence like that. But somehow I got a whole federal lawsuit and y'all can't give these people federal sentences. It's going to take years and decades and you're letting them commit crimes every day and doing what they want. You see how convenient the government is? Then they sit there and put the little TV show host lady sits there and tries to say something way past the line about the sandwich when the dude has every right to be upset. You know, I mean, he didn't handle it right. And that's the thing. They just waiting for stuff like that. But that's the thing, you know, like you deal with folks like that can't think, right? Sometimes you deal with people who can, though. Sometimes you deal with people a lot smarter. Sometimes you deal with people who really, really are a force and can stand up for themselves. He didn't know what the hell he was doing. All these systems are corrupt. These folks want to sit there like they have power. This system don't have no power, bro. They're all a joke. They're just a bunch of wage slaves. You're people who go to a job. You don't represent the system in the first place. What you're doing is you're hiding behind it. They're all cowards. That's reality. See, I'm smart enough to never try to take on a system, right? Like, not the right way. You take on a system the right way diplomatically. You don't step up to a system because that system you can't win. I mean, you can. I've done it. I've won, but still, I did it the right way. You know, and when I stood up, I made my stand, and that was it. So, message sent. You know what I mean? I actually lived that. I'm one of the only people who defeated this corrupt system and corrupt injustice system, straight up. Took it on head on and won. But that's my point. Not everybody can do that. You see my point? Either way, you got to understand this is a system. So you have to be very smart and systematic about standing up to it and how you're going to defeat it and dismantle it. That's why I speak like I speak. That's why I'm doing everything I'm doing. We're here to dismantle this entire system. I 100% want to see the fall of all of corporate America. I 100% don't appreciate what SeaWorld does. I don't like none of these companies. You know what I just found out about McDonald's? Y'all know who Ronald McDonald was? You know what he was doing? The same thing that they accused Jay-Z of, and the same thing that we all know Diddy does, and all of these Illuminati Masons. What I'm trying to stop. I'm trying to protect the youth. That's what Ronald McDonald was, and he looked like the Joker. Ronald McDonald, I just learned, was the real Joker. And that's the same reason, because it's the demonic possession, and it's the devil, all of this. The devil made McDonald's. That's a fact. And I still eat there. Don't get it twisted. We have to. We don't have a choice. But the devil is who created all this corporate structure. He looks just like the Joker. They showed him the actual pictures. And that's what Ronald McDonald came from. And he used to give them those boxes with the stuff in them. Okay? And then there was crazy stuff happening. And he would have a tent. And then he would take the tent and move to the next town. The next campsite. For a government to be this demonic, when we know, if you know, Aleister Crowley is who birthed the Bush family. So George Bush and all the Bushes, they come from the most wickedest man that ever was on this planet. That's what they call Aleister Crowley. His wife channeled a book through possession like this, and started talking, and channeled a book written by Satan talking about to think backwards, speak backwards, walk backwards, talk backwards. They claim that's where the moonwalk came from. Because all these folks sold their soul at the end of the day. Even Michael Jackson, obviously. This is a very evil, cold world we live in, man. What I'm doing is trying to get... Hell, I'm trying to avoid it at this point. I'm trying to take it on head on and win. Not avoid it. I'm trying to win. But I'm trying to win with God. I'm trying to win with righteousness. Because I'm a pure soul. I'm a pure person. So that's the whole thing. Like... You know, everything I ever went through was because of the devil. That's the truth. If folks can't relate to that and can't relate to me and can't understand that, I don't know what world you in. I don't know what you talking about. It makes no sense. So, yeah, they talk about Bruce Wayne. Yeah. Well, Tyree Sneed made more money than the movie depicted Bruce Wayne had. So make sure you get that right. A lot more. So what do you mean? I have way more equity right now. That's Bruce Wayne. I'm exactly the way that the film depicts me. So what do you mean? That's what's so weird. They still be talking about, we're going to have actors play this role for this new Batman movie. Why would you have an actor when you just get the real Batman to play the role? Duh. Because I didn't sell my soul. Because they need a pawn puppet that they can order around and tell what to do and do all their nonsense with. They don't want, just like with these record labels, you think a record deal means you're successful. A record deal just means you a pawn peasant. This whole country is systematically demonic. This whole world. That's how y'all run. Y'all got a demonic system. We're here to dismantle that system, get rid of it 1,000%. It needs to go, right? And we're here to replace it with a new government. That's what I'm doing. I don't care what other folks on. I don't care what their ideals are. And that's my thing, is what I'm saying makes perfect sense and is perfectly in place and in alignment and aligned, because we need financial backing. Even if I have millions of dollars, even when God gives me all the money, you think I still don't want y'all to donate? Why not? Why would you support your oppressor when you could support the guy helping you? It's a question that y'all will never have an answer for, because it's common sense. It's just the answer's right in front of your face. You don't have a choice. If you don't want to support who's helping you and who's standing up for your rights and who's actually got the courage that all y'all don't have, that's what I do. That's the truth. And you expect people to sit here and kiss up to you when I'm who stood up to the system? For what? They want to talk about Jesse Ventura. That's what Mr. Wofford said. Right, y'all all do the same thing. You want to cheer for everybody else, but because I've talked to you on the internet, you think you know me. So anybody you're personable with, all of a sudden, so you think you wouldn't act the same way with Jesse Ventura if you met him? You're going to be the same petty individual with him. And he going to get the hell away from you. You think Jelly Roll going to send you money? He ain't got no money to send you. Jelly Roll broke. You think you're going to beg these organizations like Walmart? Walmart's satanic and demonic as hell. That's where all that stuff is at for the government and the New World Order. Come on, bro. Huh. We all know what's going on. Ain't no surprises, nothing. So you think Walmart, you asking demonic companies for money, but then you broke every day? This is what I can't understand, a walking contradiction like Charles. So you ask satanic system for money, you beg for handouts. It's like the people who protest. What a joke, right? You ask a satanic system for money and handouts every day, and you're begging them, but they're the people oppressing you, doing it to you. The reason you're in that camper squatting on that unlivable land with them little toad frogs is because of you, number one, and because of the government, because of this corporate system, because they haven't created any job for you or a way for you to make money or help yourself. But you want to turn around and have no spine at all and beg them? Exactly. That's the difference between you and I. You live on your what, and I live on my feet. You understand? 17 in the box. Let's see you do it. Getting pizzade all day, baby. All right. Oh, I love it. They ain't never seen somebody like me on YouTube. Believe that. Trust me. See, I'm telling you, bro, they do not want to invite me to these interviews either. I'm telling you right now, bro, I'm not these dudes. And little fantasies that y'all be making up online about, I'll do this, I'll say that. We'll see. This one a lot different. I'm really real.
See, I'm not going to do anything for show or to go viral. I already went viral. I don't need none of that. I'm going to be myself. And really, what it's time to do is be conducive. But that's the thing. People will try to get it misconstrued and confused and act like, oh, he's soft now. Now he's like us. No, I just got smart and figured out how the system works. Because my whole life I didn't care. I was completely reckless and an actual street thug and a gangster. So now I've taken that and turned it into a hustle where now I already created my own budget. I'm already getting paid, right? Basically pay myself. I created my own budget. I did this all myself. Nobody handed me nothing. So and I'm building it so that we can get funding. You think corporate America is going to fund me? No, because they're not going to fund their own downfall. You think any of these people are going to fund me? Right. That's what the whole point. God has to fund me. Because y'all don't want to fund me because I'm your karma. That's why God created me. I'm having a hard time because you got to favor my hand. Oh, not feel nice. do this training. See it static movement, less movement. I think it don't work when it moves. Better. Even no movement at all works. What they call it, static hold. Mike Metzer caught it too. He's a pretty big guy. He's awesome, but he's teaching it. It's good to work. Makes sense. Scalp. I think that's what it's called. Maybe I got it wrong. I'll look it up after. Helps with muscle up. I'm sore today.
That was weird. 5 likes. Let's see if we got any donations. I'm gonna check real quick. Hold up. Nope, no donations as of yet. Told you they cheat. I better pay attention. You're getting some jewels right here. So this will help me too to train like this. That way I'm not always interrupted by filming the videos. You see, like, if you look, I don't know if you can see it in this shirt, but I'm already filling out more because I'm actually able to train like this the way I want. Let's see if I can get my headphones on and still do this. That way I can hear my stuff maybe. Oh, Bluetooth is on. Bluetooth. Any questions you have, please revert to the Cash App, PayPal, or Venmo. I will answer your question properly if it is a real question that makes sense. Ah, there it goes. Oh, hell no. Hell no, Billy. I dropped my headphone thing. Oh, hell no. Dropping the ball like Aaron Rodgers did for Green Bay. But we won't talk about that because we're all sensitive. That boy is a you-know-what artist. He didn't care about that team. He didn't care about his fake wife, his fake girlfriend. Don't care about nobody. All y'all care about is yourself. Mike Tyson took a dive too with Jake Paul. In case you didn't know, that was all fake. That's a clone of Mike Tyson. That ain't Mike Tyson. I don't think that's him. Alright, this could be a problem. Come on, man. Just get on the headphone. Oh my goodness. Over the land of the free and the home of the brave. Alright, let's see if this works. I don't think it's gonna work, but my headphones been giving me trouble. Hold up. One of them doesn't want to work. What? What happened to this one? Hold on. I don't know. It's very low. It's pretty much pointless, but we'll try it.
No, don't do that.
Probably get done here in a second. I'll do another live stream after anyway. Sure. Joker. Send me some money so I can get some new shoes. Where the hell do all of you work at? Goodwill? It's ridiculous. Oh, I'm sore. Yeah, this will help me though. To train like this, I think, a lot.
a second. Pink line. Living in America. Better not touch my bat suit. I don't really like people watching me. It's kind of weird. Donate. Need all of you to donate. All right. I have a quick little martial arts lesson here. Be prepared. I guess we could do it this way. All right. I think what I want to go over today. I try to do this like almost every day. Like I said, I want to build my own dojo, and you're already witnessing building my own martial arts school, right? So like I said, I see a lot of people, they want to go through all the movements and go through all the motions, right? Just like I said, when they teach you like karate at your local Y, right? I mean, they're not teaching you how to move with your adrenaline. And they're also not really teaching you real martial arts. Real martial arts is like what Michael Jai White was doing when he was younger, where they're like this. This is martial arts. This and this stance. And that's how you know Michael Jai White actually knows what he's talking about. That's why he says he has respect for people who actually do the sport. But like I said, this is like the most advanced martial arts position there is, where you're parrying. So when somebody's bringing something, you're grabbing or you're moving, right? Then you're able to throw something else. But also, mainly, they're in this stance a lot. If you watch one of his old things when he was younger, he's in this stance. And the whole point is you're able to shift, right, and kick out, right, or kick over. You can block. So that's why all this stuff in MMA, UFC don't make no sense to me, because, you know, if you do like this and they all want to do these open-handed, open stance kicks, if you go like this and you come, I don't care how you do it, right? If you come here and you're open like that, somebody who's really smart like me and tactical and actually knows like survival situations, that has been in the real thing, first thing I'm doing is right there, right here, right? Because that's where I've actually turned it on a skateboard before and had to heal it. I think it was this leg too, or maybe, I can't remember, it was one of them. Sometimes it aggravates, but because I did a 360 in the air and flipped and turned completely backwards. But my point is, that's a weak point. You can get right there. That's what you want to get. So when y'all are doing all these open-handed stuff, yeah, it looks cute for TV. You get away with it because they're all scrubs. So the whole UFC and MMA, first of all, I'll call you out in my sleep. Sean Strickland is soft as hell. He's softer than Mott's applesauce, straight up. He's not nowhere near my level. Like, if you put me in a ring with Sean Strickland, honestly, like, he would learn a good lesson that day, and he'll quit MMA, seriously, because he doesn't know what he's doing. Like, yeah, he's got a little bit of size, he's a little big, he got some strength, he has a little bit of power. None of that means nothing. It's about quickness, and it's about knowing what you're doing, and I have a whole lot of power that he will not comprehend. Okay, so the thing is, if he makes a mistake, that's the thing. They also use to this with this kick stuff. But the thing is, I can catch your leg while you throwing that. I can see it being delivered no matter how quick you do it. And then the real good martial artists, they'll do that, and then they'll all of a sudden turn around and do that one, right? So even if you do that, same thing. 52 blocks is right here, right? You throw that, I can still catch it. MMA, UFC, I can catch your leg. Okay? So if I get a hold of that, good luck, because it's, you know what I mean, whatever I want to do, you know what I mean? So, and I'm talking about, like, you know, I'm mean. So it's like, that stuff looks cute on the TV, and you see them, right? This is not going to cut it, right? Somebody who really knows what they're doing, you come like that, I'm coming right there, right? I could do open-handed, and then that's what you do. You start feinting. That's what Bruce Lee was teaching. He would come up like this. So he'd look like he's going to throw right there, and then he'd come the other way. You see what I'm saying? Act like he's coming around like here with this one, right? Come here, and then and come on the other side, right? So it's just like when I played tennis, I'd always win because I'd fake them out. I was doing feints in tennis, and nobody understood it because nobody thought of it except me. And I'd come like I'd act like I'm going to hit down the line, which just means straight, or cross court, right? So I act like I'm coming down the line. So I'd come here, and I'd go down the line, right? But I figured out how I could fool them. So I would look like I'm looking cross court, and then I'd hit down the line. And then I'd start switching it up on them. So I'd look like I'm going down the line, and then and I'd come across. So they would I'd have them running up and down the court because I'd just keep crossing them, and they're just, and, you know, the ball's flying high, and then I'm here and going whichever way I want. And all body language, they can't tell which way I'm going. So I can turn and run them each way. So I would tire out my opponents like a deer because I just keep coming across, right? And then backhand, but I would, you know, be running them cross court. So my opponents would look like this the whole time. It's the same principle in street ball, basketball, boxing, martial arts. It's the same thing. If you could get rid of the first step where you just on them, right? That's why cars have rear view lights, because whatever's in front of you, humans don't have depth perception, right? So they have those lights to let you know that they're braking because you can't see. That's why a lot of accidents happen. So it's the same thing with a jab. When you're throwing it straight, they can't really react to it. That's why my jab is like unstoppable, because I have no extra step. It's just whenever I want. Same thing in basketball, I dribble, and then I can shoot off the dribble anytime I want, or I can fake it and come under. I use the same principles, just in very different ways for every sport. You go off your opponent. So most people, they don't think like this. That's why nobody's really done it in martial arts. I took a defensive, system, 52 blocks, but I'm on offensive, right? So if I have the defense there, but then I'm offensive and I'm on it, anything that you throw, I'm countering. And that's the name of the game, like what Conor McGregor was trying to do, right? He did a good job, but it's just, I feel like those are all scrubs, bro, in those leagues, bro. That's what y'all don't get. The TV, what you watching is scrubs. The TV is not the universe. Get over it. There's dudes in the pen, prison, jail, all over this country who ain't even in there, who can outbox Conor McGregor easily. Floyd Mayweather is nothing. He's a joke. He didn't have one real match. So like I said, Zab Judah's eye, and Zab Judah was defeating Floyd Mayweather with 52 blocks. That's another problem too. A lot of y'all hold your stance like this. You want to do this shuffling stuff. I don't know what that is. Put your fists up. It's a boxing match. It's not patty cake. So y'all want to do all this cute hand stuff. The only time you do that is when you're right here. You get in a stance, you come in a stance. You could do it sometimes, but like that's if you're gonna like catch. Like they throw something, you catch and deliver. It's all about counter. Right there. Right? Counter. It's all countering. You get the countering down, they can't mess with you. Batman conveniently uses 52 blocks, and then I find out I've been Batman my whole life, and my identity was hidden to protect me, right? Because, I just heard it again that my anointing's so powerful, God has to isolate me so that people won't do what to me? Common sense, what they've been trying to do forever. See, I'm being protected by God. That's what I understand. So it's like, that's how precious an anointing is. That's how powerful it is, how important. I have an anointing over my life. So I have to be isolated. I'm always alone. I got to get used to it. I'm going to be alone. Even I'm a crowd full of people, I'm going to be alone. But I think that's why God sent me Christina, because he doesn't want me to be alone. In fact, I think he told me word for word that. But my point is, everything is a counter, right? So, and I see dudes do different stances here. I think that's a good one where you have this arm bent like that because you have right there, and then you can come up and you can still use 52. What I really like to do too is where I have my hands down. And that's like when you're the most advanced, because what people think is they tell you, well, you got to get your hands up. Not if you're quick enough. The real experts, if you're quick enough, you have your hands down a lot because they're going to think, oh, he doesn't have his guard. So now they come in right there and you right there. You see what I'm saying? Now they thinking, oh, he can't defend up top. So you right here, right? And you right there. And 52 blocks is so quick, especially when you've practiced it enough, right? That it's like they can't, there's no answer for it, literally. You have to understand, this stuff is literally mathematical, right? And then combining it with the footwork, and like I said, which is really just shuffling, right? That's all it is. Footwork is shuffling. Not the way they teach you. I've heard boxing coaches. I've heard fake martial arts instructors, all of them who think they're someone talking about, yeah, you step with the front foot. You step with the front foot, you're going to lose. First of all, if you use your front foot, the first thing I'm doing is right there on it. So now I caught it, and now you can't move. And now I do whatever I want, right? You use your front foot, you're going to be slow. Yeah, you can do it sometimes, maybe, and get away with it with these amateur boxers, right? Stuff like that. But the point is, you're moving that front foot. It's going to take too long, bro. How are you going to shift like this? Think about that. It looks silly. Like, I'm telling you, this is what real boxing could go to any boxing school. They're going to teach you that. Oh, you step with the front foot. Oh, you're doing it wrong. They told me I was gambling wrong in Vegas, and I went from $5,000 to $23,000 in a day off blackjack. Boy, stop it. We have a world of ignorance of fools who want to teach but don't know what they're teaching. They're teaching you misinformation. This is the right way, the only right way. When I do pull-ups, the only right way. Inertia training, only right way. You want to get a body, you want to get strong, train like me. Listen to me. Anyone else is going to teach you wrong. If they can't do what I do, and anyone can come out here and challenge me, y'all can pay me and we could go tour across the country. I'll challenge everybody in America and the world to contest and outdo all of them. Okay? So what do you mean? And when you get strong enough, this is why I'm always doing strength training. You get strong enough, that's why people can't really defeat me. I'm 10-0 in my own league because I have all this strength within here. I set the world colon record for bicep curls at 90 pounds. Nobody broke it. They used fake weights and they lied. Okay? So again, 90 pounds is the world record for dumbbell curls, my record, right? So when you do all that training and you actually learn, it builds all this up. This is the most important part. So that's why when y'all say, corny, say, oh, your leg, my legs are in shape from walking and running. You don't get your legs bulky. You don't want to look like Mike Tyson. That's not primed for that sport. See, this is the thing. They teach it all y'all wrong, bro. They telling y'all a bunch of nonsense. And you can put it to the test. Any of y'all can step to me, bro. Anyone. I'm not a coach that's sitting here. I'm scared to know. I will get in the mix. Please do. Straight up, bro. Please do. I will make examples quick in this martial arts game. Believe me, I do this. So, like I said, people want to teach you things that they haven't experienced or lived. It's different. Okay? So, like I said, you're coming with 52 blocks. You're coming low, first of all. Like I said, that's how it really is when you're really in it. You get low, right? And you want to be throwing the jabs. That's what Bruce Lee was teaching, the jab and then the one behind. I go around sometimes to try to get a little more leverage or power, right? But usually the power is just in the straight. You don't think it is, but it is. I have films of me boxing where when I throw something that looks like a little very soft, every time it gets them. So you actually, hold up. You actually get more power with less speed sometimes. Another concept Bruce Lee taught. He said it should be effortless. You see, he was working on quickness. He was showing people, right? See, quickness. See, a dude rolls up. They rolling up. They just got out the gym, right? I'm big swole. What you gonna do, right? You come up, you get it right there. It's a wrap, right? You come, you throwing combos that are quick, right? Right? That's why he was all showing, Bruce Lee was showing the speed, right? Right? So the quicker you get, this is what Mike Saha can never do. Feel me? It's all about speed. Speed is the name of the game. You get speed. Speed. Because while they're talking, you're already in there, what? You're already on it. See what I'm saying? So folks, they don't understand. It's all about speed, man. That's why I show y'all. Look. This is not a camera trick. You gotta breathe. When you throw a jab, right? It's not just boxers want to go like this, right? And play patty cake. It's not patty cake. Hold on. It's not patty cake. Woo! Took the wind out of me. Not really. Got me going. So when I throw one, you see how normal one he throws, it's just everything they teach you in these boxing schools is wrong. They teach you how to be unilateral and move like this. If you move like this and I'm moving like this, how's that gonna work when it's way slower? So I come here, I come under, you're going like this, right? You're thinking, and I'm already right here. Unilateral, right? Unilateral movement. All about lateral movement to the side, in a swivel, in a circle. It should be a circle you working in. They want to make everything closer. Can't be that close unless you're getting on the inside. See what I'm saying? I'm telling you, the concepts of these foundations, right? I don't care if it's a bank, a school, martial arts school, boxing class, any kind of teacher, they taught y'all all wrong. We're gonna have to take everything you ever learned and scrap that. I'm gonna teach you how this really works with the results and prove it. See what I'm saying? Like I said, you get in the mix in the street, you can't be like this. This is how dudes want to move in the hood, right? Don't tell me it don't look familiar, right? Right? Like, you know, you're not a seal jumping through a hoop, right? This isn't a hula hoop contest, right? So you got to literally have a wider stance because you want to cover that ground. A trick that boxers use, they'll dictate and use depth perception. Mayweather does it eventually sometimes. He's not too slick or too clever. He's not the brightest crayon in the box, but he does it sometimes. So what you do is you widen your stance, right? But you'll keep your head right here. So the head movement, because the head's a little farther back, makes it look like, to their depth perception, like you're farther away, but your front foot is closer. So see, now when they come to reach, all you got to do, right, come here over the top. That's a great one to me. Anything like this, if you could pull it off. But the thing is, you could walk into it and eat it, right? Or right here, like you see McGregor kept trying to do. Right? That's what he was doing. I think he was trying to get him with depth perception and then, right? I mean, you don't even need all this stuff. It's a lot of thought going into something that should be effortless, that you could just move and bob and weave and duck and then try to mix that in. It should all come naturally over time. Like I'm learning, I'm teaching myself, or reteaching, relearning as I'm teaching y'all. So this is good, great for me. But my point is, so the front foot is a little forward, come right here, right? They're going to think, oh, but this the problem is they got people like I'm Mr. 52. This is your actual stance. You can't have your actual stance be this. You're a coward. You're afraid to get in the mix. If you're not leaning forward, it's just like they say when people have you-know-whats. Mine is right here and right here on my temple. Things I survived. If they have them on their back anywhere in this region, they a coward because it means they run. They was a running when whatever went down. See, all mine are on my face, but they're not from anything like that. It's just stuff I went through physically. You know what I mean? So, but it's a real thing. It's true. You know what I mean? I have had stuff happen. Well, this one was, yeah, it was some cheap shot stuff, but with something that was metal. But like I said, I mean, the point is, you can play with the depth perception. You don't want this to be your stance all the time, but sometimes, yes, it's good because then look, you're already so close. You're all the way up here, but they just can't see it. So you're right on them. You can go past them sometimes. See what I'm saying? And you could do this. It's all about working the left and the right. That's why they see my movements. Y'all want to talk about because you want to analyze how everything look. Come out here and try it. Come out here and do it. Quit squawking. Like, y'all talk like this is that, like crank yankers. Y'all talk like you're a magpie. Like your name is Neetha. It's ridiculous. It's too much yapping. Squawk. Bunch of squawkers. Right? I know the squealers when I see him. And he'll find him and make him squeal. So, like I said, folks got to get with the program and understand this game works a certain way. Okay, they need to reteach every boxing school in existence because everything you're teaching is a lie. Okay, it's ridiculous. Okay, I don't understand it. It's the same thing with like Richard Lord. Remember when y'all called up there? Richard Lord, I mean, he all right, he cool. I like him to an extent. I feel like he's just trying to get money out of everybody, but he can say what he wants. You can have all these trophies and pictures, but you still don't know anything close to what I know. So that's the thing. You can have these fake accolades. It means nothing because the way y'all do things in box is wrong. That's the truth. The establishment is wrong. Okay? You don't box at a normal amateur level playing patty cake just doing the regular boxing because it's not going to work. Even Muhammad Ali switched it up. He'd be right up on you like this. And like I said, he'd come like that. So he was throwing sets of 20 while you just sitting there like, what the hell is going on? Right? You know, and that's pretty smart. And that's why he did it. What he was doing clearly is he's smart. And he figured out the less time it takes for me to get this to my target, the better. It's also very tiring, but that's why he would run early in the morning. I might start doing it too out here sometime. It's kind of hard because I got to wear the bat suits, but you know, that's why he was running. That's why he was always moving. Like I said, the real ones are going to always be moving because you got to keep moving. See what I'm saying? You throw something, you come block. Boxing coaches want to teach you throw it and come back. Remember what Cyber was talking about? It's a correct principle. You want to do it and come back with your guard. That is true. That's boxing. You know, I thought Cyber did all right. Shout out to him. I hope he's all right. I don't know what happened. I heard something like he lost that thing in court or whatever. I don't know if that's true or not, so I don't want to speak on it. But I mean, it's not really a surprise that that was the case. Like I said, you have to know the law and actually get your paperwork in order, and they have to actually be committing crimes. So if that's true, then that ties into what I'm saying, that this is why I'm patient and I take my time building my federal lawsuit. See, I didn't jump into court because it's a mistake. So if that's true, that serves as proof right there. I know what I'm doing and what I'm talking about. It takes a lot of time. You got to develop a federal lawsuit. You got to know what your case is and gather the evidence for the crimes that they've committed. He likes to talk it. I like Cyber. I don't got nothing against him, but he likes to talk it and not walk it. He want to talk and be a narc and be in court all the time, but he doesn't know what he's talking about. That's why he came over here and said, I don't want you saying things that might not be or might not be facts. And I said, everything here is a fact. I know the law like the back of my hand. The actual law. Y'all twist the law. The people who work these jobs, the public servants, they twist the law every day. I know the actual law. So like I said, back to square one, right? You want to always be able to have a hand block. That's another thing they do. This right here. This is what I like that I don't really use that I'm going to work on. Because you can catch, right? Catch, right? I think that's one of the greatest moves if you could pull it off, this coming over the top. You understand? And I like this one where you're right here, because that's right here, right? And you're gonna, and the liver is the best part. So I think is around here or something like that, or here. Somebody can let me know. I don't really care, but both of these parts are great. I know that. So point is, you come here, right, or come inside. I could switch locations, but you come in there and then they're like this. So now they've dipped that chin, right? That's why Steve's back in the day was talking about line your beard up and all that nonsense he was talking, right? Shout out to Steve's, much love. But, you know, that's why I was saying line up your beard, have get rid of the beard because the beard will protect the chin a little. It shouldn't matter. You have a beard or not, it ain't gonna matter. You understand? They dip that chin and then you right there, and then super quick. It's one fluid motion, right? This is what Tyson was doing to fools. So he was coming here and he was coming here. The thing with Tyson is he's predictable because he moves from a stance. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me when I'm lying. Of right here. Everything is right here. And that's cool. That can work. It's very, very uniform, right? It's very strategically uniform. It works for him because you see how it naturally goes into a pivot. This is why he was always like this. So yes, it works. I can incorporate Tyson's style into mine and then use everything else I know. I can take somebody's style that steps to me and take their style, transform it, and utilize it and use it against them. If I was going against Tyson, I could do the same thing he doing to him. The same exact component. Like, you understand? It's the same thing. And then you getting underneath, right? Head movement, right? And then you have all these options. You come over top, come under, right? Uppercut, right? That's the name of the game. When I go into whatever I go, if I go into boxing, because none of them are professional, your grandmother can be a professional anytime she wants. Being a professional means nothing. It's easy. But my point is, anyone can become a professional, literally, anyone. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. They call it professional or whatever, but there's no such thing. The professionals aren't in it because it's a joke and it's a bunch of scrubs. That's the thing. The real ones is moving around doing this in the street. That's what Batman does. I'm telling you the truth. The real ones, you're going to see the real ones in the street. It's common sense. You're going to run into someone you may not want to run into in the street. You're not going to run into someone you may not want to run into in a boxing ring. They're pampered. They're pampered nobodies. They're people that are being provided for, have a support system. You're going to get the animals and the monsters in jail, prison, and in the street. Tell me when I'm wrong. Right? The ones like me. The monster gets created when he doesn't get provided for. When you get rid of that support system and you don't have one, that's what creates the monster and the goon and the gangster. Not having everything. Oh, Mr. Mike Tyson, would you like another crumpet? Mr. Mike Tyson, you're pampered. You know, sitting there doing interviews because you got time and you ain't even hustled or worked a day in your life. I've been working since I was 16. We ain't never had time to box. We was too busy having to work to make a living. Those are the monsters. The guys on the jobs that are working regular 9-to-5s, labor, those are the ones you got to worry about. See my point? So like I said, Bruce Lee had the great concept. What he was teaching was true. And that's the thing. I mean, you could do all sorts of stuff. You see that? So you got so many options in this. Look, that's martial arts. Martial arts is, right, different movements, right? So I got so many options. Come right here, right? Now you thought there, now I'm there. I train and move like a Shaolin monk, straight up. You know what I mean? Now, look, you're here the same way they teach you for black belt, for karate, right? For martial arts at your local Y, right? What happened? Okay. Seeing glare. So when they all like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, that stuff's cool. Like I said, I want to use it. I'm going to start making sounds when I do my things, like, you know what I mean? But the point is, and that's just releasing energy. That's all chi. That stuff is Tibetan monks, Shaolin monks are the most amazing. They will do that thing. They'll go on their back like this on the ground. I can't do none of that stuff. I'm too tall. I'm not going to try. And then they'll string themselves up. That stuff is cool. But they do a lot of stuff like that with the kicks. You know what I'm saying? Like, so y'all don't get, there's just so many options because you come, I'm already, like, you put in a real situation. If I roll up as Batman on someone, the first thing they thinking, they may try to run. I've had dudes try to do it to me. Caught them, easy. Try to run. I've had dudes run full speed at me, run right into it. Boom, that's it. They don't want no more. It's common sense. Feel what I'm saying? So you don't want your momentum being used against you. Okay, that's why someone smart who really knows, they usually don't go for this stuff. They're usually waiting for you to where you make a mistake. So you come, right, and they move or whatever, or move, catch you right there, and now they got you. You know what I'm saying? When I was doing bar security, that was the thing people were utilizing a lot, this stuff, right, which is not a good idea. You can catch a lawsuit real quick, or worse, end up in prison. You end up serving a life sentence, right? But I do know how to do these very well and the right way where I don't apply too much pressure. Other people don't think. It almost happened to me with that dude playing that y'all sent. That's going to come out in the lawsuit too at that bar. Yep. Where I got laryngitis for like 2 weeks. And could have not made it, and I did. Yeah. I'm immortal, buddy. So, you know, and that was just him horse playing when I didn't know what was going on. You don't do that. You don't ever do that. He knew exactly what he was doing. It's on camera. You know what I mean? So you can't do that. You got to learn to, you can't apply too much pressure if you're doing that. So I don't even like talking about it or encouraging it, but it is something that I use, that I can use. I'll be able to utilize it as Batman, of course. You know, I mean, it's a tactic. I mean, that's the thing. You can shift, come under, come around, right? You could do a whole lot of things. Come around right there. That's it, right? I mean, me, I can literally just run up and just, you know what I mean? Like, that's the thing. You can learn how to slide where it's, you know what I mean? So these are all components. And then the faking like you're going high and grabbing their leg, right? You get their leg, you already got their leg, you got leverage, get on the ground. Y'all folks act like ground game is such a mystery. I mean, if I got you on the ground already like this and you already like this, it's not that difficult, right? It's not hard, right? I mean, I could do whatever I want all day. I'll have a field day, right? Try to grab my leg. I mean, what are you going to do? You know, ground game, when you're dealing with someone who really knows martial arts, to me, in my opinion, it goes out the window. You doing all this stuff and rolling around. Like I said, I've had people come from behind me like that. Just grabbed their arms, pulled it off. Right here. Right up here. Right? That's an amazing place too, right there. Grab right here. Right? Like this. Yeah, straight up. Right there. You understand? People are going to never want to try you again. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, like I said, you have to know the weak points here. The inside, where I had issues from the skateboard, right? You can kick right there, right? See, the real ones is figuring out how to get. Here's one point. Now, like just like Collateral with Tom Cruise, right there, right? Now you down, right? That's what he was doing, right? See what I'm saying? It's explosive movements. Everything is explosive. See what I'm saying? You're putting all that anger, rage, passion into everything that you're doing, right? It's not patty cake. That's why when you see me move, I move like with fury, you know? It has to be you putting everything into it. See, folks don't get what I'm trained for just from life is to be able to go into crowded places and be completely undetected. Like the CIA, FBI, feds could hire me anytime. Be completely undetected. Nobody will even know I stepped foot in there. And it's the same thing, like real talk. It's the same exact concept. Just come, you know what I mean? So like, it's just the truth. People don't have an answer for that. So like I said, I mean, boxing is one thing. MMA, UFC is another thing. Boxing with 52 blocks is a whole nother ball game. Boxing looks like what I said, right? Man, this is getting irritating. Like patty cake, right? Where they're just like this and they're moving unilaterally. Boxing with 52 blocks is like everything that you throwing, I'm already there and I'm countering, right? So, and shifting, right? So now you try to throw something, whatever, the natural movement is come underneath. So you throw over, right? Now I'm underneath. Same thing I taught you right here, right? So you come in here. When you underneath, you have to have peripheral vision to see above you and all around. I have great peripheral vision because I played point guard all through high school my whole life. One of the greatest point guards in the world. So I can see up without looking. That's what actual warriors know, how to see without seeing. So that's why people would always be like, you need to look. No, I don't need to look because I see you already. That's what you don't get. You don't get people got gifts. I can see. That's why I do no look passes, because I can see who's all the way over here in my peripheral. Greatest thing for a point guard in basketball, street ball is peripheral vision. You got peripheral, right? And then fake and come up, right? So my whole point, look. My whole point is you want to have a counter for everything. You want to have a hand block for everything, right? Like I said, that's 52. And the whole point, you see how the stance? Relaxed, right? You could tell if somebody knows what they're doing a little bit by how they move it. Because see, this is now you're coming here. You come here, you could use this to block too. You could come here, you can absorb the impact, right? And then you're coming here, right? Then you come in here, come in here, come in here, right? And now you're in the other side. Now you're shifted. It's the same exact movements, right? Come in here. And this is, it'll save your life. It'll save your life in a bar or anything. Anybody tries moves, you come in here because you're protecting right here. All the arteries. You understand? Neck is the most difficult thing. You can protect that, you good. I had to protect it one time. It saved my life. You know what I mean? Somebody pulled something on me. So that's what I'm saying. I had to go, you feel me? And it saved me. It completely saved me. So like I said, I've been doing this before I ever put on a bat suit. That's why I'm able to teach it. I'm able to teach self-defense because I've been defending myself my entire life. If you don't have people that have been there and been in positions like that, how are they going to teach you? It's one thing to talk about it. It's another to talk about something you don't know. And it's a whole other thing to talk about something and perpetrate. You feel me? So like I said, it's a different situation when you've actually been in it. You know what I mean? That's one of the first things you do. If it's a street situation, somebody roll up with whatever, you act and play victim, whatever, and then, and start. That's the thing. It's just something I turn on immediately. You know what I mean? As Batman, I'm going to be going into a lot of situations, right? So I'm going to just be rolling up like that and using 52. Yes, the same exact thing. So, when you're dealing with petty thieves, petty criminals, and whoever, even if it's a world-class criminal, even if it's a career criminal, I don't care if it's the toughest thug ever, a lot of them don't know this stuff. Like Conor McGregor said, most people don't know nothing about what? About martial arts. They don't know this stuff. They don't. So they're going to think they tough, whatever, Billy, you whatever, and you come to throw something, and then I'm just grabbing it and coming and doing what I want with you. And now you're realizing, this Batman is in control and he trained for this. And that's the thing. I get you. I mean, I got you right there. Once I get you here, it's a wrap. I won. It's a wrap. You know what I mean? Once anybody's on the ground, I won. Be like, you ain't getting back up at all. I promise. I don't care who you are. You can do all this. Oh, I want to kick and use my leg. I'm gonna grab your leg. I'm gonna keep you here, right here, because it's easy. Because I have too much strength. That's why we do this. See the point? So it's different than, like I said, all these instructors and folks who talking. I mean, put it to the test. You can look as big as you want. You notice a lot of them, they try to look big. Don't matter, bro. You get to deal with a bunch of weight on them. It ain't going to matter. I'm going to come right here. That's all you got to do. People talk about rounds. I don't think I'd have to go rounds with anybody. Truthfully, I don't. I'm not confident. I know what I can do. Oh, I am confident, but I know what I can do. I know reality that all y'all dudes on the TV ain't nothing. I know that's a fact. You understand? So, like I said, that's the thing. They hide jewels like me. Y'all don't even let the real compete. That's like a league saying, we the best in the world. You haven't competed with the best in the world. You're trying to hide us and run from us. You don't see them accepting my challenge. I challenged Conor McGregor, Floyd Mayweather decades ago. They running from me. They scared as hell. They scared. See what I'm saying? They should be. You think Floyd Mayweather can move this quick? Come on, bro. You play with me. That's why folks talk online and hide. Okay? So, like I said, that's the way that Batman moves. You understand? I'm vengeance. Right? That's the way Batman comes. Quick. So, the point is, it's at the point that you don't even know what happened. Right? And then you got someone moving like this. Right? Caught. Quick. Everything got to be quick. It's here. Quick. See what I'm saying? Look. Quick. Quick. Multiple. Out here, what I try to train myself for is strategic and movements. Right? Look. I better pay attention. Straight up. Look. You can do everything, bro. Right? So that's the point. The real ones, they move like this. Straight up, because anytime they can come out. See my point? Y'all want to do this stuff. Here's my leg. You trying to go on a date with me? Take me out on a date. Like Rob Rack out here. Here's my leg. Go ahead. That's all you're telling me. You do this with me, you're going to have a bad day. Straight up. Here's my leg. Have it. What? I don't care how quick your leg is. You could think you're the quickest kicker in the world. Like, whatcha? Right? I'm going to catch that thing. Catch it. Even if it was kickboxing. Right? I'm just right here. Right here with my glove. Get that stuff out of here. Right? While you trying to, whoa, that's how they look, like a deer caught him. What did you just do, coach? Whoa. Which way did he go, George? Which way did he go? Huh? Right? So you coming like this, right? And y'all want to throw all these. You know what can happen to your leg because you going like that? Look at Spider Silva. What happened to him? That's why. Because he didn't have the shin strong enough and he came up against somebody who did. So when he made contact, I think it was just like that. Right here and all this. Nada. See my point? Y'all want to claim you these things. You want to claim you've had all these competitions. We haven't even started. None of you have even competed. I'm 10-0 in my own league. It's the only real league without a weight class. We're the best in the world. I'm the best in the world. Y'all just talk. I don't care that you're on the TV. That doesn't mean you're the best. It means you're hiding and running and you're a coward. You see the point? To be the best, you have to train almost every day. What do? Train like every day. You have to get the shins strong enough, which I'm going to be working on more. It's kind of hard out here, right? You have to get this strong enough. All that. You want to win every time? Get the knuckles strong. That's what I'm trying to work on. I used to do it on walls like this. You understand? It's what you have to do. might have to start again. Honestly, I don't have a choice. You know? And what happens is you get micro tears and micro breaks, micro sprains, and then it heals and it becomes tougher. The bone. That's why when you fools be talking, I'll be like, you don't seem to get who you talking to. I live this for real. I walk this walk for real. Okay? I'm a little dude. I'm not supposed to walk like this. I'm not supposed to be this. I'm this because it's who I am. You know what I mean? They say, eye of the tiger. Right? But that's my whole point. Anything they doing, you come here. You can make a box where it look like E-Trade. Look. And you look, this is part of 52 blocks. You come and you look through the window. You can come up here, right? Come here, right? Come in here. Notice the difference between me and like Mike Saha. Who Mike Saha is on his Bob doll. Ah, Mike Saha! For real. That boy's there. I told you I'd get your skills up for real. Where you could actually do this, but you know we're close right now, Billy. Groovy Jimmy, you could come do this training still. I have no issue with you. You're good in my book. You're cool. I have nothing against you. I'm in full support at this time, you know. Other than that, I was just trying to stand up for myself, but we good. If you want to come out here and do the training, I'll be nothing but patient with you. I'll work with you. And that's the truth. So, I mean, if you need real boxing training or martial arts instruction, you should come to me, brother. I mean, compare this training, not putting anyone down like y'all do, but compare this to what Cyber was teaching you. And he was teaching you. I give him credit. He did a great job teaching you basic boxing instruction. But boxing don't cut it no more. That's the point. Even if you're going into a boxing match, boxing don't cut it no more. Now there's dudes like me that know 52 blocks and are incorporating it into boxing, like Zab Judah did it with Floyd Mayweather, and Floyd was getting whomped. Okay? It's a big difference between this and boxing, or this and countering and delivering the whole time. The only trick is making sure you don't get too tired. That's why I believe in keeping your arms down sometimes, so you can give them a rest. So you don't got to be up here all the time. Let them throw whatever they're going to throw, bro. All you got to do is right here. The biggest thing I've noticed in boxing, especially on TV, is that folks don't protect their face. It's the only reason that they're all scrubs and they all lose, because they don't get trained to protect their face. For some reason, humans haven't figured out common sense. A lot of them lack it. That you have to protect your face if you're in a boxing match. If you're in a conflict with anyone, you got to protect your face, because that's the name of the game. That's how you see. Like, I'm a you-know-what hunter, so that's what I go for, is all up here. I'm trying to go for that, because that's what I had to do all through my whole life, because I know if I get you discombobulated like that, I won. I ain't worried about ribs and liver and all that. I ain't never done that. Never had to. So imagine that I'm training to be able to do that too. That's a scary thought. So like I said, I mean, it's all about incorporating different techniques. It's all about incorporating what actually works, right? And like I said, the name of the game is speed, okay? You understand? This is all what Bruce Lee was doing, 100%, right? Right? That's what he was doing, straight up. Teaching how to move, right? He was showing how quick he could come back, right? That's another stance he would do. He would go like this. And it makes perfect sense, because you come right here. I don't think he was doing that, but he would do something like that. Him, I noticed he'd do a lot of backing up. It was weird. Now, he'd be very uniform too, which makes sense to an extent, but you get someone quick enough, it's going to be a problem. Like, real talk. But I like that whole approach, because it's the truth. All it is just the basic, straight up. Like I said, people can't see the depth perception of what's coming. So you come like that real quick, you already got them. The other stuff is just the icing on the cake. So you come with this after. Let's say they know 52. Let's say they block this right here, right? Let's say they block. If you smart and somebody block what you just threw, I would just come right here. It's open. He gonna have an arm right here probably. It's to the point that if you get someone close to me, I know too much to where you pretty much can't stop it from coming. It's inevitable. You're gonna get tagged, and you're gonna get tagged good. Okay? Hair in my mouth. Hair got me. Forget you, hair. But yeah, you're going to get tagged. One way or another, you're going to get tagged. So that's my point. You know, I throw something, even if you blocked it, if you was good enough, which nobody usually is. Nobody. Right? But if you knew your stuff, let's say you block it. It's going to be hard to block, number one, because I can get through a guard. Well, let's say you do block it. Just come right there, tag. It's easy. Once you get the quickness down, you're right here. You all day long. Folks talk about endurance. I can do this all day. All day. Easy. So, at the end of the day, that's the other thing, like I said, we do the strength training, I'm trying to keep moving. But every time I get my heart rate up, I try to keep moving. So, you get the strength level up, that way you move it with more power. Get the speed level, right? It's exactly what Bruce Lee was doing. And pull it back. Like I said, you'll be Jimmy, you want to do the training, I'll teach you all this for real. It'll help you through anything. Anything you get into. It's a big difference between guys who just, oh, I'm tough, I'm going to do this and that. That's fine. But if I catch one time, I'm going to win. If I catch what you throwing, even worse. Because then I'm countering, and you're not prepared for that. That's the thing. You just... The system, 52 blocks, was designed for smaller guys to win against bigger guys in prison. And it works. So, when you get a pretty big guy like me, I'm 6'2", about 165, not huge, I'm skinny, but I'm a pretty big guy. When you get a guy like me that learns it, it becomes a problem. Because this is for smaller guys to win. What the hell happened to my numbers? Oh, is it playing games? Did it kick me off? What happened? That's probably just the chat. Oh, no, it's there. 18. All right. Scared me for a minute. Thought YouTube was being sensitive again. As if that ever happens. All right. I'll be right back. Apparently my battery's super low. Yeah, I got to get off here. I got 5%. Appreciate y'all. We'll be back. I'll try to see what I can do right now. All right. Much love. Donate, please. Please support. We're going to teach y'all as much as we can. All right. Thank you. I love my career. I love God.